much, bro. For 3 minutes.
Not going there, bro.
Okay.
I will make sure.
I'll be very brief. Thank you, Senator, and good evening. I haven't seen you for a little while. I listened to your colleague, Senator Snow, who one time said on the radio he was blaming the United States of America for not doing so much to help Liberia. Do you agree with him? Do you agree with some of us who believe that the real problem is not America? They have done their best. But the real problem is that we have too many greedy and wicked politicians almost stealing everything from the Liberian people. And this is why we are backward. Not because the United States has not done much.
Okay.
They have sent money for drugs and other things. We have stolen these things. So do you agree with him that America has not done much, or you agree with me?
Okay.
That we have greedy and wicked politicians stealing every day.
Thank you, Julius. You know I know how to wake CDC up. So Derek Coty, he may be right. Greedy politicians head this country, including Derek Coty, who is friend to every government. Very greedy, and he will praise Boycott like he praised we are. That's greediness. That's not consistency. We need to stop it. If that's what we are doing, we need to stop it.
Today is Sports Day across the country. And as you can see, I am emblazoned in my Maryland t-shirt as we are about to do footballing justice to Grand Bassa. You know, our ladies, they are queens. We don't give them hard time. So they drew with Barca 0-0 in kickboard. They are queens, man. Don't hurt our girls' feet. They are soft. They are soft babies. They are slay queens. They can only do book business and all those other kinds of things. But the Jew, what they say, bong they were to bomb me in the ladies' game. The men's game is on at 4 p.m. Maryland and Grand Bassa will log horns when we will be doing the damage to the Baza boys. So share the video, invite others to join in. So Maryland is just going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We do it by way to the Baza people. Yes, indeed. At 4:30, we have former Representative Moses Akaros Gray right here on VOK Conversation. Before that, we'll talk all of the things that matter. Launch of AARD in Grand Bassa. So many other things taking place. You know, all of those things right here. A breaking news from the National Elections Commission, where the president has taken some steps, you know, and all of those right here. Fact check is also ahead. At least 120 people are reported to have been killed in random shelling on Monday in the Dar es Salaam area of the Sudanese city of Omdurman across the Nile from the capital Khartoum, according to a local volunteer network. The Umbada Emergency Response Room said the death toll was provisional, suggesting that the number of victims could rise. Rescuers say medical supplies are running low as health workers struggle to treat large numbers of people with injuries from bombardments. Survivors of a deadly dive boat sinking in the Red Sea say they were pressured to sign official witness statements in Arabic, which they couldn't understand and had been translated into English by an employee of the boat company. They say the man also tried to get them to sign waivers which stated they did not accuse anyone of criminal wrongdoing. The 11 survivors who have spoken to the BBC have also accused the Egyptian authorities of trying to cover up what happened, saying investigators were determined to blame it on a huge wave. Share the video, invite others to join in, tell us where you're watching from, where you're following from. Indeed. A whole lot of you are following. We have the fact check segment ahead of us. But first of all, let's take a break, with our sponsors. After we shall have done that, we do our fact check. We rumble into all of the issues right here. Everything on the cards.
The Banking Institute of Liberia, the training arm of the Liberia's Bankers Association and the Central Bank of Liberia, announces the commencement of its professional training program in the following categories. Professional development training. This targets graduate and seniors and degree holders. Courses we offered include microfinance, banking and finance, public accounting and finance, audit and internal controls, procurement and supply chain management, monitoring and evaluation, compliance and corporate risk management, work planning and report writing, office administration and organization management, customer service and human resource management, project planning and management, and computerized accounting, which includes QuickBooks, Excels, and Tally. Duration for this program is 3 months. Tuition is just US $275. The second program covers business development training. The Banking Institute of Liberia also offers training for high school graduates and college students in small business development and management and microfinance management. Duration for this program is just 2 months. Tuition stands at $205. All of our fees are payable in 3 installments. Training program at the Banking Institute of Liberia are facilitated by bank executives and financial experts. BRL is committed to providing professional training to all of its clients at international standards. For more information, visit the Institute's office on Warren and Kerry Street's intersection in the old Microfinance building of the Central Bank of Liberia. Banking Institute of Liberia, the Center of Excellence in Banking and Financial Management Training.
Service, internet service, fast, reliable service for your home and your office. Unlimited service with the best coverage. You better choose Connect, Connect, Connect. Choose Connect, Connect, Connect.
Your favorite RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas is new and improved with top-notch first-class services guaranteed to make you feel pampered and special as our royal guests. Ideally located on the RI Highway, a few minutes drive from the rehab junction, right in front of the Atlantic Ocean, you are assured of a peaceful, serene atmosphere of a home away from home. The ingredients for our Liberian meals are freshly picked from our garden to give you that unforgettable taste of Liberian cuisine. Our villas are designed and equipped to ensure every night spent with us is a memorable one. We are well positioned to host conferences and seminars of all sizes, as well as outdoor events like garden weddings and parties. Book your upcoming events and leave the rest for us to handle with 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can reach us on 0770-533-415 or email us at reservations@kendejaresort.com.lr. Visit our website on www.rljkendejaresort.com.lr. RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas, for memories worth repeating.
Do you need a car, Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
Welcome back. The OK conversation is right here. A whole lot of things to go through, but let's join our partners, Local Voices Liberia, for the fact check segment.
Good day and a pleasant welcome to the fact check segment. This segment debunks disinformation and provides the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. On January 13, Mr. Depu Zuo, Deputy Minister for Economic Management at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, claimed in an ERBC radio interview that the Coalition for Democratic Change government met the inflation rate at 11 to 15%, which later increased to 30% in the first year of the Weah administration. To fact-check this claim, research and found the inflation rate the Weah administration met when it came to power and what it was at the end of its first year in 2018. A review of the Central Bank of Liberia's 2018 annual report reveals that inflation at the end of December 2018 was at 23.4%, up from 12.4% at the end of December 2017. In addition, data from the World Bank and IMF showed that Liberia's inflation rate in 2017 was at 12.4%, but increased to 23.6% and 23.5% respectively at the end of 2018. This means that when the Weah administration came to office in January 2018, inflation rate was at 12.4%, but at the end of his administration's first year in power, inflation rate rose to 23.5%. Based on this finding, we conclude that Minister Zuo is mostly correct that the CDC government inherited inflation rate between 11 to 15%. However, his claim that inflation rose to 30% in the CDC administration's first year is incorrect. According to the CBL, World Bank, and the IMF, actual inflation rate for 2018 was about 23.5%. and not 30% as claimed by Minister Zuo. On January 1, Mr. Amos Twe, Managing Director of the Liberia Petroleum and Refinery Company, claimed in an OKFM special radio interview that LPRC contributed US $1.3 million to the national budget in 2023, and his administration increased the entity's budgetary contributions to US $2.5 million in 2024. Twe made a claim while highlighting his administration's successes at the LPRC under the first year of the Joseph Boakai administration. To fact-check this claim, we reviewed the financial statement of the Consolidated Fund account for 2023. The Consolidated Financial Statement is an accounting record covering revenue and expenditure of the Government Consolidated Fund account for a particular period, usually 1 year. A review of the document discovered that LPRC dividends or contribution to the national budget was projected at US $3 million, but actual amount provided by the LPRC was US $1.3 million in 2023. While the financial statements for fiscal year 2024 has not yet been published by the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Dobo Jala, Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority, held a press conference on January 14 to provide updates on revenue performances in 2024 and the targets for 2025. Mr. Jala said the LPRC contributions to the national budget in 2024 was projected at US 3.8 million after recast, but the entity provided US 2.5 million, a difference of about US 1.3 million from what was projected. Based on this fact, we conclude that Amos Twe is correct, that LPRC contributed US 1.3 million to the national budget in 2023, and that his administration raised the entity's contribution to the national budget to US 2.5 million in 2024. Well, cherished listeners, this is all we have time for on this edition of the Fact Check segment. Remember, this segment is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia and OKFM, Prime FM, and Cool FM. This partnership seeks to counter this information to help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project through Internews with funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the editorial decision leading to the production of this program. If you want us to fact check a claim for you, you can kindly send us a text through WhatsApp on 0777 556296 and we will fact check for you. Also follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, on X, formerly Twitter at LVO Fact Check, or better still visit our website at www.localvoicesliberia.com. Thanks for listening. I'm Varney Kelvin Saliv. Goodbye.
Thanks so kindly to Local Voices, and thanks so kindly as well for being there. So there's let me play this. Let me play this before we rumble. Is it the song that I want? I hope this is it. This is it.
You have admitted that you had sex.
Oh no! It is now. It's not the one. But I will play this one. But the song I played yesterday, there's a song done by R. Kelly that is claimed to be done by R. Kelly, A Second Chance. Let me see if I can pull that out very quickly here. Let me see if I can put it out. I thought I had it in the system, but that's not what I have there. I will play it for some, but there's something I want to say about the song. Let's see if our internet can permit us to get it out this way. But this is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Shortly we'll bring you the counter meet results. Okay, messages. A whole lot is happening. My people. Yes, a whole lot is happening. A whole lot is happening. We want to tell you the power of innovation. Okay, that's the song.
I walk through shadows darker than the night, lost in the echoes of wrong and right. Every tear I've shed, every bridge I've burned, praying for mercy, for grace unearned. I see the pain etched deep in your eyes, the scars I left, the countless lies. If I could rewind, retrace my steps, I'd trade the world for the love I've left. Lord, give me a second chance to make it right, to turn my wrongs into healing light. I'm on my knees, my heart in your hands, begging for grace to take a stand. To my family, to the world I betrayed, let your love mend the hurt, let the pain fade. The weight of guilt is a heavy chain, but you promised freedom through the rain. I see my reflection in shattered glass, a sinner redeemed by your love that lasts. To my children, my blood let it flow again. Wash my soul of the shame within. Lord, give me a second chance.
Give me a second chance. Okay. So the thing about the song, and the first thing, yesterday I played another one, and then I know people were telling me second chance, and I know I have seen second chance. It's a nice song, but it is not R. Kelly singing. So the thing I noticed from yesterday to also listening to this song is that I listened to the voice and it sounds too thin. You know, R. Kelly's voice, yeah, it's melodious, it's lovely, but it's a little thicker. This sounded too thin. So I chose to do further research. And looking at the number of views on a song like this, if it's actually done by R. Kelly after 6 days of being posted, it's still below 500,000 posted on January 9. I was like, okay. Then I realized, reading further, that this was produced by an account called Maxi and they use AI tools. So this is an AI generated song. Artificial intelligence. It is not R. Kelly singing. In fact, there are a whole lot of songs that they've made where he even features Rihanna and all of that. So it is not actually R. Kelly singing. These are some, and you can see the video. When you look at the quality of the images, we also realize that they are AI generated. But it tells you how innovation has become so powerful now that they are able to generate music, videos, songs so lovely, but it is not the person singing. So it is there. Celebrate R. Kelly's birthday with a second chance, a half-year new song written and produced by Maxi using AI tools. This unique track honors redemption and renewal, blending soulful melodies with innovative production. R. Kelly, second chance, Maxi AI produced music innovation. AI generated music, future of music. So sound or visuals were significantly edited or digitally generated. So that is that. I wanted to tell you how human beings have become so innovative now. They can try create a song almost sounding like the person, but it is actually not.
I'm on my knees, my heart in your hands, begging for grace to take a stand. To the hearts I've hurt, to the trust I've lost, through your mercy I'll pay the cost. I'm just a man who fell too far, but you called my name beneath the stars. Your love is the song I long to hear, your voice that whispers I am near. I'll rebuild the love I've torn apart, with your spirit moving in my heart. Lord, give me a second chance to make it right, to turn my wrongs into healing light. Oh, I'm on my knees, my heart in your hands, begging for grace to take a stand.
You're smart.
Family,
I mean, to put together these lyrics.
let your love mend the hurt, let the pain fade. I'm not perfect, I'll never be, but your mercy's reaching down.
Blending it with his condition in prison now.
Be the bridge from me to you. A second.
And it made it to appear like the song was made while in prison. Yeah. So that's that. I just wanted you to know that. Okay, now let's go to the county meet and give you some updates. Our man Sylvester Tamba has been on top of the results. In kickball category, Bong defeated Bombing 4-0 in kickball. Grand Bassa Maryland drew in 4-0. Then in Group B, in Zweju, Grand Jeddah County, Grand Jeddah beat Monserrato in kickball 3-0. Grand Crew and Magibik drew 1-1 in kickball. We go to Greenville, Sino County, where Lofa beat Sino 3-0 in kickball, and Gbapolu defeated Riverside 3-1 in kickball as well. Those are the results from the kickball. The first games have already kicked off. As the results come in, we will bring them to you as well. So I hope our man can now put up the image. Hold on, yeah. Don't put that up yet. Hold on. Okay. So, okay. Okay, let's go to the LRA. Okay. Okay. Ooh, this is failing us. This is failing us. So let's go to what happened today. As we're in county meet mode, let's speak with our correspondents first. Let's clear all of the county meetings out as we try to get something coming up. But let's go to Emmanuel Bala in Bong County. Emmanuel Bala is from Bong. He's obviously supporting Bong. In this case, all the media people, we can be biased in favor of our counties. You know, let's see if we can get Emmanuel Bala right here. Okay. Welcome, Emmanuel Bala.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you for joining me.
I guess you are on the field right now where Bong and the main team of both Bong and Bong and Bombing are clashing.
Yeah, I am, and the noise that you hear in the background are fans cheering Bong. Bong just scored a second goal in the game. Bong are up 2-0.
Oh wow, Bong County leading. Bombing County, Edwin Snow's Bombing County is being led 2-0 by John Pehe's Bong County. What is the momentum like in the county, in Banga?
Well, from the David Queen Stadium, from where I stand, it's high as you hear the noise in the background. Earlier when we came this morning, the David Queen was full in terms of turnout. The people were disappointed from the results on Sunday when Bassa beat Bong County 1-0. Now that the girls won earlier on, the girls charged Bombing County's girls 4 innings to 0, and that started building the momentum. As I speak to you, David Puyon is jammed packed capacity. The VIP tent is packed. The right and left wing to the VIP around the field are all packed. The David Puyon Stadium is alive and it's very packed here. As you hear the noise, it tells you the momentum here at the moment.
Okay. Thanks so kindly for letting us know. I can feel the ecstasy in your voice as well. That Bong County is now winning, but quite interestingly, your last game is going to be against Maryland, my own Maryland, and that could be quite a game to watch out for, especially if Maryland can beat Bassa on today. So we'll see what works.
Definitely. Your girls sit at the bottom of this group table.
No, leave them alone. Leave the Maryland girls alone. They are all queens. They are slave queens. Don't give them hard time.
And I assure you that they will be trashed, and your guys will be sent away on Saturday.
Okay. We'll see what was. Well, thanks so kindly, Emmanuel Bala there. We also have our Grand Bassa County correspondent, Alex Pia, who is in Bong County as well. He's from Grand Bassa, and they are facing Maryland. Let's see if we can get Alex here to tell us about Bassa's preparations, even though I know they are going to feel sad today. Maryland are going to beat them. Okay. No. Well, let our correspondent know that we're joining him. But let's go to Alex Pia. Alex, you are also in Bong County. I am told Bong are now leading. Bombing by 2 goals to 0.
Good afternoon to the people of Monserrato.
Good. I know you are in Bond County to see Grand Bassa being defeated by Maryland County on today, later on.
Which one not happy?
Why?
Because the caliber of players that Grand Bassa County have defeating the host county for the first time.
That mistake game there, man. That game was a mistake.
Until I wait and see the final whistle will tell.
Okay, but what is the momentum like from the end of Bassa?
Well, actually, the momentum is huge based upon first game. So we await the results from Bond County and Bombing County. Bombing County is, let's say, Bombing County is down 2 goals to 0. Bond County is leading Bombing County currently at the David Cornersport Stadium in Banca City.
Okay. Thanks so kindly for letting us know the preparations. Bassa are up to Alex Pia. I am being told that it seems Grand Jeddah are wreaking havoc on Monserrado, but I don't know. Let's see. Grand Jeddah correspondent, who's that? Once I get the number, we'll be able to speak with that person. That is what I'm being told, that it seems Grand Jeddah may be leading 2 goals to 1 against Monserrado in Zweju. So they took Monserrado from way Monserrado and carried them all the way down there to handle them. Yep. So we'll be giving you all of the updates as they trickle in from our people. So the government of Liberia has unveiled the arrest agenda for inclusive development. That is an 8.38 billion national development plan for 2025 to 2029, aimed at driving economic growth, reducing poverty, and enhancing human capital development. Speaking during the launch in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, Finance and Development Planning Minister Augustine Kpehe Ngafuan described the AARD as a call to action for national transformation. We are crystallizing our collective decision to depart from stagnation and build a prosperous, inclusive, and resilient nation, Ngafuan said. The AARD sets ambitious targets, including a 37% GDP growth, an increase in per capita income from $850 to $1,050, and significant reductions in poverty and maternal mortality rates. Aligned with global frameworks such as the SDGs and Africa's Agenda 2063, the plan emphasizes 6 pillars: economic transformation, infrastructure, development, governance, rule of law, environmental sustainability, and human capital development. To implement the AARD, the government will provide 30% of the funding, while the remaining 70% will come from development partners, the private sector, and the diaspora. A multi-tiered coordination framework will oversee the plan's execution to ensure accountability and results. Minister Ngafuan acknowledged the critical role of development partners, including the United Nations, USAID, and the government of Sweden in supporting the plan's formulation. He stressed the importance of collaboration, calling on all stakeholders to contribute. With unwavering commitment, we can transform Liberia into a lower middle income country by 2030. Ngafuan concluded the AARD launch signals the government's determination to deliver sustainable and inclusive development over the next 5 years. We also know that President Boakai spoke. Later on, we will get the update on that. That's the voice of the president, but it sounds very low. It sounds very muffled there, so we cannot bring it out now. Okay, now So let's bring you something interesting. That's not what I want. Okay. Okay, sorry, we're trying to adjust with some things there. The Global Peace Index 2024 identifying and measuring the factors that drive peace. Some of the areas that they outline, we have it here. But it was released since June, you know. So the 2025 one will be released in June 2025. But you know, it caught headlines today because Mo brought it out. You know, Mo and Amos Stewart, they are communicators too. They know how to communicate. They know how to fight in the media space when they feel the government is under pressure, and all those kinds of things. So it came out since June 2024, you know. So the 2025 one will come out in June as well. So he posted about it today, you know, because it usually comes out in June. So obviously, most of the indicators, most of the findings come from the previous year, and the previous year, and the previous year, and the previous year. That's how it works. So the executive summary says this is the 18th edition of the Global Peace Index, which ranks 163 independent states and territories according to their level of peacefulness, covering 99.7% of the world's population. Produced by the Institution for Economics and Peace, the GPI is the world's leading measure of global peacefulness. This report presents the most comprehensive data-driven analysis to date on trends in peace, its economic value, and how to develop peaceful societies. The GPI uses 23 qualitative and quantitative indicators from highly respected sources and measures the state of peace across 3 domains: the level of societal safety and security, the extent of ongoing domestic and international conflict, and the degree of militarization. This year, it introduces a new measure of global military capability that incorporates military sophistication, technology, and battle readiness in a single measure. Again, we repeat, it was released in June 2024. So on this Global Peace Index, Liberia, where is Liberia ranked globally? Liberia, out of the 163 areas ranked, Liberia is at spot 69 globally with a score, and that's in yellow. So the most peaceful countries are in green, and they are 53. The top most peaceful country on the planet is Iceland, followed by Ireland, by Austria, by New Zealand. Singapore sits at spot number 5. Switzerland at 6, Portugal at 7, Denmark at 8, Slovenia at 9, Malaysia at 10. Those are the top 10. In fact, they are in deep green. The most peaceful countries are 11. Canada, they are in deep green. Then in light green, the countries that follow them. Then the ones that are trying, they're in yellow, you know. And Liberia is in the yellow category, which is spot 69 with a score of 2.025, dropping a score change. There is a change in the score from the previous ranking 2023. It's a percentage points of 5. It is there. You can see the red line dropping. So 2.025. The highest score here, Iceland has 1.112. So 1 does well. 2, yeah, you're doing well as well. Well, it starts to get to 3 now. No, then you are becoming terrible. So the countries that are in between yellow and red, they're not doing too well. Then the red ones. The red ones comprise Nigeria, Myanmar, Burkina Faso, Central African Republic, Iraq, North Korea. Somebody in red, and their schools are in the threes. In the threes. Okay. In Africa, let's go to Africa. In Africa, where does Liberia sit? Liberia is at 9, 2.025. The score change is 0.039 and is in red because in terms of the score, that was a drop. Overall ranking system, now we told you that. We also were able to pull out, as we always do, the 2023 report, which was released in June 2023. That means it covered 2022. The 2024 report covers 2023 mostly. The 2023 report covers 2022 mostly. So let's see what is in the 2023 report as well. So this one was the 17th edition, and similar things are said. We go to the report. So in that report, Liberia still was in the same yellow category. The score was 1.98, 1.946, which means a score change of 8. And there were 3 countries at spot 70, including Trinidad and Tobago, Kosovo, Liberia. All of them were at 70. But the score was 1.9. The 2023 score was better than the 2024. However, the place Liberia, because a whole lot of the countries declined in their peace over the time, so they dropped. So Liberia's place in 2024 overall was 69. In 2023 report overall is 70. Even though the score in 2023 was better, 1.946, which is a better score. You can Google this thing. Google the thing. Don't be lazy. You see what I'm talking about. Which was, the country did better, 8-point change from the 2022 report if you went to that. How did it perform in Africa as well in the 2022 report? We go there quickly. So this is not a new report. We needed to say that. Liberia, 1.946 the score overall. You can see in Africa it was at number 10 in 2023. So that is that. We just needed to pass that by. Oh, Bong is really suffering. Bong is leading 3-0 now. That's why Emmanuel Bala just messaged me to inform me. The Bongis are doing well. The Bongis are doing well. The Bongis are doing well. How are they doing? The Burmians are suffering. 3-0 now. The Burmians are suffering, my people. So our guy will put up the release from the executive mansion. Please put it up. Let the people themselves see. Let the people themselves see. So again, this a global peace report is not new, but you know our guys more will be in communication area now. Those two guys. I know the men their mouth can be winning, can be hectic. They will be talking plenty, but no. Sometimes the road that you in can hold you. You know, it must be posted today. Congratulations. We congratulations in what is the word? In quotation. Because of course you have to know the details, but Mo Ali posted today the 48-inch pipe was being produced in China. And the reason why I say congratulations in quotation is because, just put it up. It needs to come. It needs to come, but he posted videos of them loading that 48-inch pipe, a very wide pipe, wider than what we're using now, to be able to solve our water problem, to send more water, because the one we're using now, the big pipe is about 36. So you add 12 inches to it, that's wider, So kudos to them. Amos also posted about that. So they are... I remember our class says Bong County is sending a strong message that your Maryland should be jittery ahead of. We beating Bong. Y'all leave that thing. Y'all leave it. Y'all relax. Y'all leave that thing. Yeah. Let me talk my thing. Well, we're not worrying about Bong. We'll finish with Bassoff. We'll finish with Bassoff first. Okay. Now, let me see if my guy has that up. So congratulations to LWSC. The pieces of the pipe, that's small, long. The pipe pieces long, my people. long thing. But we want it to be here because we were asked the questions about the procurement processes and all those kinds of things. Now, all the reason I said congratulations in quotation, because we asked the questions. We asked all of the questions. So let my man put this stuff up so all of you can be able to read it. But I have it here, though. So I will start reading when he posts it up, so you will see it and you will read. I don't know what we're coming to do. Can we put that man somewhere near me here in the studio? Here? How we'll be doing it now? So when I want one thing, you can just be there quick. Okay. Okay. President Joseph Newman Boakai Sr. has suspended Madame Devietta Brown-Lasana, chairperson of the National Elections Commission, for an indefinite period following actions deemed disruptive to public order and stability. The suspension follows an investigation into recent protests by aggrieved NEC workers regarding administrative decisions taken without proper consultation. According to the findings, Madame Brown-Lasana unilaterally announced the closure of the NEC office for 1 month and dismissed 25 employees without the knowledge or approval of the NEC Board of Commissioners as required by law. The President cited Section 2.1 and Section 2.10D of the 1986 New Elections Law, which vests the authority to conduct NEC affairs in the Board of Commissioners as a collective body. The law mandates that decisions involving corrective measures against employees must be taken in consultation with the board, not by the chairperson or any individual commissioner acting alone. While the committee constituted to investigate the grievances of NEC workers was actively addressing the matter, Madame Brown-Lasana took precipitous and unilateral actions, thereby undermining the integrity and stability of the institution, the president stated. The president expressed concern that such actions could adversely impact the NEC's ability to conduct by-elections scheduled within the next 2 months, while also creating a toxic working environment at the commission. The government of Liberia remains committed to ensuring transparency, accountability, and adherence to the rule of law in all institutions, particularly the NEC, which plays a critical role in upholding Liberia's democratic principles. So issues have been happening at NEC, yes. Different people have been intervening, yes. The release posted by the NEC page and the executive mansion it cites section 2.10D of the 1986 New Elections Law, talking about how the commission is supposed to be run. Usually, the presidential authority to take action on these kinds of tenured jobs will be cited as well, but the release doesn't say the president is suspending the NEC chairperson based on so as in the law. This happened just as about the time I was coming on air. So we were trying to get the 1986 new elections law. We'll be looking through it as we go into other things that we are doing. So, does it fall within the purview of the president to take this action? Does it involve the Senate? How are actions taken? So at this point, we cannot say, yes, the president is right to take the action, or no, the president is not right. However, something needed to happen at NEC. Yeah? It's gonna sound where you're coming from. Something needed to happen because things were going wrong. Things were going wrong. So, if you are in the position of the president, what would you do? Okay, so we have that new elections law. We're trying to go through it to see how actions are taken. NEC Organization and Administration 2.1 Office of the National Elections Commission. The National Elections Commission as an autonomous public commission established. I was just on air when we saw this, so that's why we were not able to go through all of these and be able to know what is right and what is not right. Chapter 2, NEC Organization Administration 2.1 Office of the National Elections Commission. The National Elections Commission as an autonomous public commission established by the Constitution of Liberia shall be under the direction and management of 7 commissioners appointed by the President of Liberia, who shall appoint one of them as chairman and another as co-chairman. All of the appointments shall be subject to the consent of the Senate. 2.9 Powers and duties to suspend the registration and accreditation of a registered political party in accordance with Chapter 5. 2.9 The Commission shall employ the officers and staff necessary for the performance of its duties through an open and transparent selection process. 2.9 W to issue citation for the appearance before it of any political blah blah blah, to punish for contempt blah blah blah. These are the powers of the Board of Commission. Duties of chairman and co-chairman. Okay, let's read this one. Chairman 2.1 Chairman, which reads, for the purpose of expediting the hearing and determination of all election offenses and other business of the commission shall apportion, that is the chairperson, the republic into 5 administrative blah blah blah, and they amended it to say the chairman shall apportion the republic into administrative blah blah blah. That's not what we want. Legal staff, appointment of executive director, voter registration and voter updates, qualification of candidates, conduct of elections, period of permissible withdrawal, death of a candidate. Okay, we're going through that. You have to bear with us. Tied results, Chapter 4, conduct of referendum. Okay, complaints. This is still about political parties. Hearing a determination of complaints, decision of complaint by commission, blah blah blah, review of party results, deregistration. If you are a lawyer out there, you know exactly what I am looking for. So why not help me now? Election offenses, we're going through the law. You want to see if someone on the commission does wrong, how can they be penalized? Budgetary appropriations for the NEC, obstruction of election process. That all in this. Oh, I see. Yeah. So it means there is something else. They want a new elections law. So let's see if we can get the old election law. Electoral laws of Liberia, the new elections law of 1986, lastly amended in 2014. Let's see. Let's try this one again, people. Let's try this one again. We want to see the administration. I think this is it. October 4, 1986. Okay. Definition of general provisions, Elections Commission, organization and administration. Good. Office of Election Commission, tenure appointment, qualification appointment, quorum, party affiliation, over remuneration, seat of commission, police protection for member, powers and duties. Okay. Yeah, I think we've seen what we want to see. Let's go there and see what it says about the administrative issues at the National Elections Commission. Election Commission, Organization Administration, Office of Elections Commission, appointment and tenure. The President shall nominate and with the consent of the Senate appoint and commission the chairman, co-chairman, and other members of the Elections Commission who shall hold their office during good behavior for a period of 7 years, effective as of the date of their commission. They may, however, be removed upon proof of misconduct. Appointment and tenure. 2.2 Election Law. The President shall nominate and, with the consent of the Senate, appoint. So the President will do what? Will nominate. But before he can appoint, the Senate got to consent. That got to go for confirmation hearing. Appoint and commission the chairman, co-chairman, and other members of the Elections Commission who shall hold their office during good behavior for a period of 7 years, effective as of the day of their commission. From the day they commission them, 7 years to work. They may, however, be removed upon proof of misconduct. Qualification of appointment. The commissioner shall be Liberian citizens and shall not be less than 35 years of age. They shall be of good moral character, and no two commissioners shall be from the same county. Quorum and vote. Any 3 members of the commission shall constitute a quorum for the transaction of business of the commission, and the majority of members of the commission shall decide any question before it. Party affiliation, oath, blah, 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 remuneration. Members of the commission, election officer, blah, 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 shall receive legitimate honorarium and actual and all necessary traveling and other expenses, blah, blah, blah. Seat of the commission, police protection, powers and duties. The election commission is blah, 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 to propose, to give, to accredit, to revoke, formulate and enforce guidelines in consultation with the President of Liberia, blah, 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 maintain and register. So they give all their powers there, election law, to revoke certification, duties of chairman, what they're supposed to do, co-chairman, what they are supposed to do. So let's see what the chairman is supposed to do. The chairman of the Elections Commission shall have the following special duties and functions: be the official head and spokesman of the commission, preside over all meetings and hearings of the election contest for the purpose of expediting the hearings, blah, 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 control, supervises, and directs the administrative operation of the office of the Elections Commission, and in consultation with the commissioners, take such corrective administrative measures for the smooth and effective operation of the Elections Commission. So the head, the Election Commission chairperson, says controls, supervises, and directs all administrative operations of the office of the Elections Commission. And in consultation with the other commissioners, take such corrective administrative measures. You see, a commissioner chairperson place is to control, to supervise, to direct all the administrative things that are happening. But when it comes to corrective administrative measures, then they say, well, and in consultation with the commissioners. Take corrective, so to suspend people in terms of people working with them. The president's statement is saying that these actions taken against the people who were protesting were unilateral, even as his office was trying to investigate and bring some understanding to what was happening. Now, the only thing that talks about penalties in this law is about removal. In the first thing that I read. So, if it is true that the commissioner, the chairperson, did not consult the other people and sacked other people, sacked Liberians, took them from jobs, suspended people, took those kinds of actions. And the president who appointed, it is a president that appoints, even though it is tenured. Follow my line of reasoning carefully. We gotta be fair to this thing here. They say what? They should do good behavior. So is it good behavior for people to have issues with the election commissioner? The law gives them the right to protest, and they did that. And the commissioner has the right, the authority to supervise, to control, and blah, blah, blah. But if corrective administrative actions need to be taken, it should have been done in consultation with the other commissioners. And the law I read here for all of us, we downloaded it just now, and we are reading it for all of us to see. So is it good behavior, especially if the office of the president was intervening, and the law says maybe they may, however, be removed upon proof of misconduct? Is this misconduct? She hasn't been removed. She has been suspended for time indefinite. The question is, does it fall within the purview of the president to do that? If this is the actual law, which is the 1986 law is in front of me, I do not believe the president is wrong. I do not think so. Because we know for a fact that his office was intervening to settle these things, because there were problems and they were intervening. And then we saw letters of people being dismissed. I hosted some of those people here. And the reasons they are dismissed don't seem to be very genuine as they should be. The kind of leadership required for Madame David Brown Lasana to have applied, we do not agree that she applied that kind of leadership. So the presidential action, unless otherwise indicated, seems to be a corrective measure to bring some sanity to the entity. I would have wanted to be there like 1 month, 2 months, or whatsoever. But since it is indefinite, means perhaps if she realizes and say, "Oh, Mr. President, sorry, blah blah blah, we'll please consider me. We'll settle everything. I'm sorry for what happened. Blah blah blah. We'll reinstate those people and settle the issues at the commission." It will still be within the purview of the president to reconsider. But they say they may, however, be removed upon proof of misconduct. So the lawyers will define what misconduct is as it looks to decide. But so far so good, given what we know has happened at the Elections Commission, I have not seen a law that may say the presidential action is wrong. So in this case, until otherwise proven, we think the president took a good action to settle the issues at neck. There is an election coming up. You don't want a National Elections Commission that is embroiled in all kinds of noise here and there. They need to conduct a by-election that will come up very soon. So that is that. Let me play you something before we go to our final point. Let me play you something from the U.S. They were doing a hearing of HECSEC, the defense secretary. Okay, so let's play you this. And the reason I'm playing it is these are senators grilling, a 4-hour grilling of the Trump's appointed defense secretary. You see, Trump did the appointments way before coming into office. They already doing the hearing for these people before even Trump becomes president. So that means if they are confirmed, by the time Trump is coming to power, those people already start working. This is how serious countries should behave, and Liberia should try to be one of those kinds of countries. When you want to be president, you should already know by the time you win, even before you win election, who you want to put where, especially these key positions. Yeah. The man has already named all his key cabinet people. So they're going through confirmation hearing way before he even becomes president. So one of the senators decided to take on this defense secretary. Listen to this. The language, even though this is broadcast by different media in the U.S., some of the language here is strong. Our Liberian audience may find it a little, but that's okay. It's not bad words. It's just something that other us do that we like, but we don't like to. We like to add it. We won't talk about it, but it's okay. Yeah.
You have admitted that you had sex while you were married to wife 2 after you just had fathered a child by wife 3. You've admitted that. Now, if it had been a sexual assault, that would be disqualifying to be Secretary of Defense, wouldn't it?
It was a false claim then and a false claim now.
If it had been a sexual assault, that would be disqualifying to be Secretary of Defense, wouldn't it?
That was a false claim.
So
You're talking about a hypothetical.
So you can't tell me whether someone who has committed a sexual assault is disqualified from being Secretary of Defense?
Senator, I know in my instance, and I'm talking about my instance only, it was a false claim.
But you acknowledge
and it was fully investigated.
that you cheated on your wife and that you cheated on the woman by whom you had just fathered a child. You have admitted that.
I will allow your words to speak for themselves.
You're not retracting that today. That's good. I assume that in each of your weddings, you've pledged to be faithful to your wife. You've taken an oath to do that, haven't you?
Senator, as I've acknowledged to everyone in this committee, not a perfect person, not claiming to be.
But no, I just asked a simple question. You've taken an oath like you would take an oath to be Secretary of Defense in all of your weddings to be faithful to your wife. Is that correct?
I have failed in things in my life, and thankfully I'm redeemed by my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
In finalizing divorces from your first and second wives, were there non-disclosure agreements in connection with those divorces?
Senator, not that I'm aware of.
So you see, in the senator, the personal issue there. I'm supposed to ask the man. The man has reportedly cheated on 2 of his wives. You know, he got married, he cheated again, he got married again, he cheated on the other person. So the senator's concern is, you enter oath when you are getting married, you're not cheating, blah blah blah. So if it is true that you cheated, why should we think that when you take the oath here to be defense secretary, you're not cheat the country, you're not do bad things? Character. Yeah. Okay. I just want to tell you how, how people can be grilled, how leaders, you want public office, how your life then becomes an open book. There's a whole lot of things that people want to know about you. People want to know about you. It is very important. Your life becomes an open book. Things that you do, things that you say. Okay. When we get the results, we will let you know as they come in. But it is what it is. And hopefully, all of us can see that these public officials here, they're working for you. They are not your lords. They are not your lords. Breaking news coming in from Massa. 3 men charged in Margibi for cutting their woman private part. Hey man, she's saying the charge sheet. Yeah, wow. Okay. So she was saying it and we will read it. All kinds of things can happen here, my people. Okay. So that is that. The last thing we wanted to read is a document, and thanks to somebody who brought it to my attention. I don't know if my man can put some of it out. It is titled, if we can put the title up for some of you to see. The government of Liberia, GOL revised travel ordinance for fiscal year 2025. When people in government want to travel, that's it. That's the heading. We go on to the policy. I'll just read it. You will listen to it and hear your view as we take some calls. It's important for you to know what it takes when your government officials are traveling, what it is supposed to be. So we go to the one that says policy on travel abroad by officials and employees of the government of Liberia. Whereas it is necessary to review foreign travel allowances in view of the government's fiscal austerity. Whereas it is additionally necessary to standardize per diem rates based upon comparably competitive international subsistence rates for travel abroad. And whereas it is necessary to review and formulate provisions that will cover guests, individuals who are not employed by the government of Liberia, individuals employed by the government of Liberia but not captured in the 2016-2017 revised travel ordinance traveling abroad on government's function. Now, therefore, the government of Liberia hereby directs that effective January 2, 2022, the here instated rates and procedures regulating foreign travels by officials and other representatives of government of Liberia shall henceforth be observed and followed. 1. All foreign travels for official business for all cabinet ministers, heads of agencies, and commissions shall be authorized by the office of the president or their boards, and for deputy and assistant ministers and its equivalent in agencies and commissions, the respective heads of their institution shall approve subject to availability of funds for this purpose. However, the head of institution shall communicate with the office of the president on such approval. All other travels of non-commissioned staff, civil servants, and consultants shall be approved by the head of institution subject to the availability of funds in a travel budget. 2. No more than 2 persons shall constitute a delegation from any ministry, agency, state-owned enterprise, and autonomous agency, except for the foreign minister, which shall be no more than 3, or in cases where expansion of the delegation is explicitly approved by the president in writing. So, not more than 2 persons is supposed to come from any ministry, agency, SOE, autonomous agency, whatsoever. The maximum of 2 for a foreign travel. The foreign minister, 3. Except the president says, okay, this other ministry I can bring 5 persons, can bring 10 persons. But is it what we've been seeing? I don't know. 3. Total GOL funded representation at any program or event held outside Liberia shall not exceed 5 persons in total, regardless of how many entities are involved. Yeah, so I'll be checking. I want you people to know these things. There's a 2025 revise. It was brought about in 2022. They did some revisions for 2025. So they say, so when there are times people can travel, government officials can travel, or people from government can travel, not on government pay. It's not the government paying for them. That's not what they're talking about. But they say travels where they're representing a country that the government is paying, they should not exceed 5 persons in total, with any ministerial agency they're coming from at any time. But listen, number 4. For specific trips like high-level meetings, such as the United Nations General Assembly, that's the UNGA Africa-China Summit, Korea-Africa Summit, and Commission on the Status of Women Conference, maximum amount of delegates shall not exceed 7. Is this travel ordinance real? Because I know the UNGA, sometimes it can be up to 50 or 75 and I wonder, it's not UN that can be paying you. It is the government of Liberia. So really we got to understand this thing, yeah. Is this applicable? 5. In each case, a request for foreign travel advance shall be prepared in the prescribed travel advance form. Additionally, a copy of the attached presidential approval or head of the relevant institution, a letter of invitation, blah, blah, blah. They talk about procurement of, number 6 talks about procurement of air tickets shall be done competitively. All line ministries and agencies, commissions, blah, blah, blah. travel shall be properly planned. Number 7. Number 8. All spending entities shall take deliberate steps to manage foreign travel budget, blah, blah, blah. And that. Good. So let's go. Number 12. We go to 12. Let's start from 11. The Office of the Comptroller and Accountant General shall ensure that all foreign travel vouchers are paid in maximum 48 hours once all of the required documentations are attached. Good. Number 12. And I hope my man has it on the screen. Make it big. Make it big and make me small. Make it big and make me small. Let the people see. Make it big, make me small. At number 11. So they say they should be paid maximum 48 hours once the required documentations are attached. Okay. We want to see here. This is the okay conversation. Good. Number 12. For the purposes of this ordinance, foreign travel cost has been divided into 3 categories. Okay. 1. Per diem for pocket expenses. 2. Accommodation which shall be accounted for in full after the trip is made. And 3. Cost of visa where applicable. Okay. You seen it there? You see number 12. Number 13. In addition to accommodation and per diem allowances. So you have the accommodation allowance, you have the per diem. So the accommodation is a hotel you lodge in, the government will pay. Then they give you per diem, they give you money. You know, they give you money. Pocket change, they call that one pocket change, that's a per diem, it is there. In addition to that, foreign travel costs has been, in addition to that, all heads of delegations other than for presidential, vice presidential, speaker, chief justice, president pro tempore, and deputy speaker, deputy and assistant ministers, travel shall be given a lump sum payment of $280 for telephone, telegraph, internet, and official entertainment. So all the heads of the agencies, except the people named, will be given $280 lump sum total for their telephone, for internet, and entertainment, all that. 14. The incidental allowance for ministers, deputy and assistant ministers shall be $400 for telephone, telegraph, internet, and official entertainment. In the case of SOEs, the equivalent positions shall be entitled to the same amount as ministers, deputy ministers, and assistant ministers. Incidental allowance, not their actual allowance. 15. All incidental expenses shall be supported by proper receipts, except for gratuity not exceeding 20% of amount disbursed. Number 16. Total number of days spent on any particular trip shall not exceed 10 days travel period for which per diem and accommodation shall be funded by the GOL. You see this one is highlighted, it's very important. Should not exceed 10 days travel period. If the government is the one paying, it should not exceed 10 days. 17. The president as head of delegation shall be given in addition to the entitled accommodation and per diem and incidental. So in addition to the president's accommodation, the money to pay for where the president will sleep, the hotel bills, and then the president's per diem, the daily per diem, the president will also get an incidental allowance of $2,000 for each day of stay abroad. Yeah, man. I see why people. I see why people let him be president. What? Brazil. Incidental allowance of $2,000 for each day of stay abroad for any extra accommodation charges and other incidental expenses, irrespective of the country he or she is traveling to. This amount shall be accounted for, including submission of relevant hotel and other receipt on return. Okay. 18. The first lady or first gentleman. First gentleman means if it is a woman who is president and her husband is called first gentleman. If it is a man who is president, then the wife is called first lady. So bear that in mind. I will not explain it again. The first lady, first gentleman of the Republic of Liberia as head of delegation shall be given half the hotel accommodation and per diem rates for the president as specified in the travel ordinance and an incidental allowance of $1,000 for each day of stay abroad. So if I'm president and if I am married, Mrs. J, First Lady J, will get half of my accommodation, the hotel bill. She'll get half, even though we may be sleeping in the same room. Travel, president, she'll get half of the same per diem I'm getting. Then she will also get $1,000 every day that we stay abroad. Yeah. But if a woman, what if the first gentleman will get? The first lady, number 19. The first lady, first gentleman of the Republic of Liberia shall travel by first class. By what? First class. The vice president as head of delegation shall be given in addition to the entitled accommodation per diem an incidental allowance of $1,300 for each day of stay abroad for extra accommodation charges and other incidental expenses irrespective of the country he or she is traveling to. This amount shall be accounted for, including submission of relevant hotel and other receipts upon return. So, if the vice president is heading a delegation, he or she will get $1,300 every day, apart from their hotel accommodation and their per diem. Apart from that, they get incidental allowance. Good. We stay there. Another part of 19. The first lady, first gentleman shall be given half the per diem and hotel accommodation rates. Okay, we read that. 20. The second lady, that is, or second gentleman, the way Jeremiah Kun, that man, his wife is called second lady. So if it is a woman who is vice president, she's married, her husband will be called second gentleman. So the second lady, second gentleman shall be given half the per diem and hotel rate as specified in the ordinance. The first lady, first gentleman shall travel by first class. The second lady, second gentleman shall be given an incidental allowance of US $650 for each day of stay abroad. So their wives, their husbands, the vice president will get $650 apart from their per diem, their hotel accommodation for every day that they are abroad. Yeah. That's a water break. Let's go on. We are enlightening you. 21. Okay, 22. We got 23. The second lady, second gentleman shall travel by business class. 24. The second lady, second gentleman shall be given half the per diem and hotel accommodation as specified in the travel ordinance. 25. The second lady, second gentleman shall travel by business class. Okay. 26. GOL shall bear the cost of economy class air ticket for spouses and not more than 3 children of foreign mission employees taking up assignment abroad. So, if you are a foreign service person, whether you minister, counselor, whatsoever, all the diplomat, all the people in the diplomatic service, the government will pay for economic class air ticket for your wife or your husband and not more than 3 children. If you get plenty of children, you decide how to carry other people. Good. 27. Selected delegates of the office of the president, vice president, and first lady traveling abroad shall be given per diem and hotel accommodation rates in accordance with the rates applicable to officials or professionals of similar ranks. 28. Staff in the office of the President, Vice President, and First Lady traveling abroad shall be given per diem and hotel accommodation rates as specified in the travel ordinance. 29. Staff in the office of the President, Vice President, and First Lady shall travel by economy class. 30. Guests of the President, Vice President, and First Lady traveling abroad shall travel by economy class. 31. The Speaker of the House of Representatives and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court shall be given, in addition to the entitled accommodation per diem, an incidental allowance of $350 for each day of stay abroad for extra accommodation charges and other incidental expenses irrespective of the country he or she is traveling to. This amount shall be accounted for, including submission of relevant hotel and other receipt upon return. 32. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives and President pro tempore of the Senate shall be given, in addition to the entitled accommodation and per diem, an incidental allowance of $200 for each day of stay abroad for extra accommodation charges and blah, blah, blah. 33. In case relevant receipts are not submitted along with the travel settlement form as indicated in Annexure 2, then the entire amount drawn as advance on account of incidental expenses shall be refunded to the government immediately. The President shall travel first class, number 34. The Vice President, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives and President pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, the chairpersons for statutory committees on Ways, Means, and Finance for both houses of the legislature shall travel by business class. If these dignitaries are traveling as state guests and taking their spouses along with them, then their spouses shall also be entitled to travel by business class and half the applicable per diem rates. Okay, we'll soon take a few calls. 35. All ministers and principal heads of agencies and commissions may travel by business class subject to budget availability. However, the ministers of foreign affairs, defense, justice, finance and development planning, and state for presidential affairs shall travel by business class. So we'll hold it right there. So they say, but I know previously in when we went to Israel and those other places, 2021 or 2022. Okay, 2021. I believe. I saw all those ministers were traveling economy. Some people had to upgrade their GOL but economy, except for my girl who was head of delegation. He traveled business class. All the other people were traveling economy class. Until we were coming from Israel to Brussels, you know, the Jews were plenty aboard that flight all the way. And the then information minister, Ledger, who ran it, was sitting at the back there. The Jews, they were so noisy on that flight. Oh, the whole behind part. And that's where he was so angry. Ledger, who was so angry when we got to Brussels, he had to buy himself upgrade his ticket, I think, to economist flights or something. But I mean, yeah. But that is that, folks. Let's take some of your calls. I guess it's here. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. The numbers to call. We have spoken a lot about different things. Let's hear from you. There is a concern to the Ministry of Public Works. That Freeport Road that they posted that we saw pictures. My people that just shot that just small piece of road. Like when you're driving, I think 15 seconds later, then you finish with it. The portion that they pay from right to the Freeport gate there to go. It's just a short thing. I've been on that road twice, and I don't know. Someone called before and said that people were wasting time, and I think the person is really right. You know, yeah, I just shot in the finish paving. In fact, the whole road is not completed. The whole portion. And you have a longer portion of the road still to go. And we'll soon get a rainy season for go country ourselves in April and all that stuff. Yeah, so please, Pablo West, we are calling your attention. We don't know what the issues are now, but we think, yeah, that zeal that they started with, let them continue. Yeah, let's continue with that role. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Julius. Thanks for giving me another opportunity. My name is Tim, and I call you from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Go ahead.
How is Maryland game going on right now, Julius?
Well, I don't know yet until I get updates.
You know, you were talking.
No, I know.
By now?
No one gave me update yet.
Okay, anyway, I wish you got all the best, but as I've been following from my Louisville County chat room, Louisville County boys and girls, we're the sign of boys and girls, and we qualify for top now, so that's good news for us. Okay, let's get to the point. You raised some key issues today. One I want to talk about is Road, picked by Donald Trump for Secretary of State, I guess. It just shows how America is structured. It's not a perfect country, Julius, but people look at people character and record, police record, before they give you public offices. Because if you have a very terrible record morally, if your morals have decadence in it, it cannot give you those jobs. So it comes a lot. So your moral record plays a good role in how you lead people when you take public offices. So I think we should learn from it. If you guys are in officials, it's not about personal attack, but it's often said that who much is given, much should be expected. So sure. I think we should learn from that. That was a very good one. Secondly, you listed the travel. You were reading the new travel guidelines for government officials. I think it's a good thing that these austerity measures be put in place to save government a lot of money. Thank you, Julius. Thank you so much.
Thanks so kindly as well. Let's see who's right here. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Julius.
Welcome, Frank Gibson.
Yeah, Frank Gibson from Paris.
Go ahead, Frank.
Julius, thank you. Actually, the document you just read, I think that document is very good and very, very important, most especially when it comes to the size of delegations heading government meetings. I think it's very important. The president getting 2,000, the president, so they need those money to save. But I don't want to look on the issue of the National Elections Commission. Mm-hmm. The time the chairman appeared on OKF, one of those shows, the manner in which she spoke, and after she left, the deputy chair, I think, or one of the second person in command appeared, mm-hmm. I knew there was a serious problem in that commission. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what actually was going on, but the president, I don't know the letter given. If the president has the right to suspend, then I think it's better, because the area of elections commission, those people need to be united when it comes to election issue. So if the president actually takes the decision, and it is by law, that is good. It's very good.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks so kindly. Let's take a few more our guesses here. Let's see who's right here. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Julius, thank you. My name is Danishas. I'm calling for Danishas Mate. I'm calling from Monrovia.
Go ahead.
So, like you, I've also been checking the electoral law 1986. I was amended 2014, and then from the one you were reading. So my thing is that I think the president acted in the spirit and intent of the law. My only regret is that an action to legally punish the director Brad Lasana should have been done as far back as 2021,
yes,
when the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission found her guilty of awarding a contract to her brother.
It was President Weah who prevented her being penalized.
That's what I'm saying. My only regret is that as far back as 2021, when the LACC found her guilty of awarding more than $180,000 contract for thermometer, renting to
I know on authority that President we have begged the Justice Minister for another take action. He even threatened people around that they should lead a woman.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm looking forward to this one now, that this president can begin the legal, I should say, impeachment or removal of the next boss, and not only with her, but also to the LPA, where there is another report where Abdullah Kamara has also been found wanting, because we cannot fight corruption selectively.
Yeah, cherry picking.
I saw the president, and when I saw that breaking news, my first thing was, did he act in keeping with the spirit of the law? You know, and it has come to pass that yes, he acted in keeping with the spirit of the law, but corruption should not be selective. After this one, let's go to the LTA and legally deal with Abdullah Kamara and all those. We'll go to the central bank and we'll go on whatever. We should not fight corruption selectively. You know, that's my contribution to the show. Thank you.
Thanks so kindly. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, all right. David Coty, my name.
Go ahead.
Let me first say many thanks to Lofa County for beating their game and qualifying for the next section.
How you know now the tag games have not been played, then you already qualify?
Oh, well, no. I said to the next stage.
But how you qualify? Did you win your first game?
Oh, look, my man, let me go to what I call for.
Yeah, but you win your first game. You drew your. I think Lofa drew the first game, and you beat. So you get 4 points. Quick, you finish qualifying, and you play your last game.
Okay, let's pray for Maryland. You Lofa.
Someone messaging me that Maryland leading Grand Bassa 1-0. I don't know how true that is.
Leading does not mean you have won.
What? But leading, you know what it means? With me praying here, you know the kind of prayer I'm praying right now.
Maryland will fall. Let me go to what I call for. I'm sorry to hear about what has happened to David.
Hello? These networks. The man, he dropped. I don't know why they just drop people calls. They just drop people calls. Let's see who's right here. We'll take 4. We'll go to our guest. Welcome. Hello. Hello. Which one this now? Hello. Hello. I'm not hearing you. You on your own. I play that. Be there. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Hello. Something ain't right. Let me put this phone off and put it back on and see what works. But let's come on this side. Welcome.
Hello? Yeah, thank you for getting me back, Coty, David Coty. I'm saying I'm sorry to hear what has happened. To hear about what has happened to David Brown Lesana. She's a very good woman, a very straightforward woman. I like the way she handled the 2023 elections, and I hope that she can get back and do another good job. She's a very straightforward and good woman, and I mean these are mistakes that can be made sometimes. So I'm praying for her return.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Thanks so kindly, Mr. Coty. Let's squeeze in a few more calls. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Maryland County are leading. Who yeah? Let me see. Let's take this one. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Julius. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to the people of Liberia.
This sounds a problem, man. The public works post, man.
Of course, you called our name, so we had to call in.
Yeah, good. Hope you're not falling in trouble again. But I was concerned about that stretch of road. It seems that the wars have slowed on it. Have you noticed that?
Well, I don't really think so, except you are thinking that engineering should be something spontaneous. Engineering is a process. It takes time. It takes proper planning. And you do that with a level of accuracy.
Okay.
So the road has been designed and the construction process has begun.
Okay.
MDNC has to do, that place is a soft soil. You have to do proper compilation with the aggregate up to 1/4 thick before you do the binder course and subsequently do the wearing course to ensure that the road is really, really set for heavy duty equipment to apply the road.
I am not a technical person, and I'm not going to argue with that. But when we saw how the first little portion went faster, and then the other one now seems to be dragging the feet, that is why we are concerned.
In the first place, the road is being re-engineered. If you really take a look at the road, where the center lane
Yeah, I saw that.
They will build an apron with rigid pavement that will the trucks will park on the side of the road that will lead straight into the National Port Authority. All of those things, they are very effective engineering processes that will take a lot of time.
Okay.
They did the first side of the road, and they have to come to do the second side of the road to get the actual shape of the road before they can proceed further.
Okay.
So the road is not slow. The process is ongoing. It is going to end within the project duration, and there's nothing slow about that road. So the ministry has paid for that particular road. The contractor is deployed, and the work is ongoing.
Okay.
So it is not something that happens in the split of a time or at the snap of your finger.
Okay.
I just thought to make that clarity.
Yeah, sure. And this is why we asked the question.
That is it.
Yeah.
So the pavement is going to lead from the Freeport Monrovia to the Simport Bridge.
Okay. Thanks so kindly.
Thank you.
Thanks so kindly. Thanks so kindly. Let's squeeze in the last two. Welcome. Hello. Something is not right here. Hello. I don't know. The system not coming. Hello. Let's try this side. Let's try the Lone Star side and see. I don't know what's happening, but we're not hearing the people. I can only hear you faintly. I don't know what's happening. Hello? Well, I think our technical people will have to come look at this. But let's take a very quick break. Our guest is here. Let's go to him. I hope before we start taking the next calls, we can settle the issue with these phones. Let's take this quick break right here on the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Okay.
Attention to all lovers of the good things in life. A house is not a home, and a home is the one place where you should feel relaxed and accomplished. Your home should reflect who you are. So, it's time to make that upgrade with minimal damage to your pockets. And I have the perfect solution for you. Home Sweet Home, located on Benson Street, between Center and Buchanan Streets, got you covered. From the kitchen, we have air fryers, juice makers, pressure cookers, freezers of all sizes, and all the modern kitchenwares you can think about. From the bedroom, we have top-of-the-line, exquisite beddings to give you that great night's sleep because you have earned it. And soft, comfortable towels for your bathroom. And in the living room, we have high-definition TV sets of all sizes, unique aerial rugs, classy curtains in all the colors you desire, wall paintings of different sizes and colors, furniture, and everything you can think about for the home. All that at unbelievable prices. We even have low voltage, high quality washing machines and dryers to keep your clothes fresh and new at all times. As a bonus, we have fashion accessories for both the young and the old, designer quality bags, hats, and rare jewelries. So if you love yourself, your family, and your home, it's time to treat it right. Visit Home Sweet Home on Benson Street between Center and Buchanan Streets for that needed upgrade. You can call them on 0886 834 944 or 0770 581 420. Home Sweet Home, for the love of a classy home.
Welcome back. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. We're also live on YouTube. I'll be there. I'll be joking. We will definitely deal with Bassa. Bassa will be summarily dealt with. We're going to deal with them. We have with us former Representative Moses Akaros Gray. And we say thanks to him for accepting our invite. It should have been last week. We had some technical glitches, but he's here. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Julius. I see you smile from Maryland, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, we have some great from Maryland and Sanders, so
yeah.
Maybe because of that we're in some solidarity.
No.
But Basso also have some great.
Yeah, Gray is
so
it's a name that cuts across.
Yeah, but don't meet Monserrato or Kidman.
Well, you Jida dealing with I think the game ended now. Yeah, I said ended 2-1.
Don't meet Monserrato or Kidman.
But how will media when it is highly likely that you're not coming to town?
What you call highly likely? Where are you?
Monserrato drew the first
game.
And you lost the second one. So you got only 1 point. You got your last game.
It's a good beginning for Monserrato
against Grand Cru, and Grand Cru might whip you.
Don't worry about Monserrato. I'm optimistic Monserrato.
Please just elevate the microphone.
I'm optimistic that Monserrato could qualify in Grand Cape County.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what will happen. But as it stands, it is very tough for Monserrato. Now, how is life going? How are things going?
Okay. I've been okay. Just want to tell the Almighty God thank you. But things are okay. And in the opposition is in the opposition. I'm doing what an opposition should obviously do. When I was member of the ruling party, I did what a member of the ruling party would do. So it's not a strange thing to be a member of the ruling party and to be an opposition.
Okay. Now,
and let me say Happy New Year again to you and your family, the OKFM family.
Yes, Happy New Year as well. Well, we call you here for some reasons. First of all, let's start up Capitol Hill. The saga there, while it appears like it was being solved, it seems it's still going to continue.
The fight for me, like I said, is an unending battle. For the fact that a group of lawmakers have gone to the lower court, and that is very important, especially when they are using the courts and not using hooliganism or gangsterism. It's important for our democracy. I believe that the rule of law was being butchered grossly at the House of Representatives. The court ruling in my mind was being misinterpreted. I think it was implied that in all cases the speaker is the speaker. However, people provided their own interpretation because the court created some level of ambiguity. The way in my mind it was implied. So had they used a straitjacket approach to say Fonati remains the speaker or this majority, but the way the ruling came about, which is not good for the country, with a build of information before the Supreme Court, I think that the delay by the court is deliberate, unfortunate, and it should not be the case. So you see chaotic situation, you see whether it's electrical fault, whether it's ass on the attack, error got bind. That's the reality, whether ass on attack or whether it's electrical fault. But the fact of the matter here is that, and it's good that the other lawmakers went to the court, because under the rules of the legislature, like those who they claim that is suspended, assuming even if the suspension should hold, the rule under Rule 47 is very clear that it should be for 30 meeting days. What are meeting days? They didn't say session days. We had a similar case with Ono Korba. Ono Korba went to court, and the then justice in chambers, may his soul rest in perpetual peace, Justice Nangwe. He defined meeting days to even include session days, the 5 days that we go to work for. Because it's a meeting. Monday, leadership and other meetings. Tuesday session, Tuesday and Thursday session. Wednesday, you have committee hearings sometimes, and you still meet. And on Friday is constituency engagement. You still meet at the Capitol building and meet other people. So meeting days were 30 days. So if you look at the 30 days, if they took that part of it to cushion the suspension, the 30 days are elapsed. The entire 30 days in terms of meeting days. So there's no way you can hold their benefits. You say they may go 4 months, they may go 5 months, and all of those things. But I think all in all, the way the executive proceeded at the legislature is unfortunate. It's not good for our democracy. For me, it's an act of tyranny, serious act of tyranny, abuse of the law, disrespect. The executive should be enforcing the Supreme Court ruling, and not to be butchered in the Supreme Court.
But the Justice Minister understood it the way he understood it, and that's how the executive is implementing it.
Sorry, Julius. Sorry, but I just want to take responsibility for my statement. But that was a reckless definition of the Supreme Court ruling. It's very dangerous for the power march of the country. We had Jiggins Scotty as Justice Minister before. You saw what happened at the end of the day. If anybody believes, and I'm saying this, I'm not running away from it, all of the excesses that are created today could come to haunt them back. Okay? All of these SSS will come to hunt people by. Some people involved into brutality don't think that because you're in the police today, brutalize people, you cannot be punished tomorrow. We have laws in our country. Some people have to be careful that some of the things you do will come to hunt you and to follow you. Especially a legal advisor to the president, the minister of justice, they are not proceeding properly. That is dangerous. The whole country knows that. The whole country, everybody believes that the rule of law is being heavily butchered under this administration. Even the issue of Supreme Court ruling on 10 new positions, you suspend people and you appoint people as acting.
People also lay those claims against your government when it was in power.
When the Supreme Court halted an action, we abide by the action in terms of the 10 new position. There's no debate about that. We didn't suspend people. No, we abide by the Supreme Court ruling. There's no debate about that. In fact, what was of interest under the tenure, the president submitted bills to amend
the
10 new positions. The very group of people who today suspended people on 10 new position, they and their lawmakers condemn the action of the president. Take, for example, let me be real. Lottery has 10 new position. Lottery. NASCO. Some of these institutions, they don't have to have 10 new position.
NAFA, lottery.
Yeah. Seriously, that just the integrous institutions like for me, GSC, National Elections Commission, the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission, and maybe another entity.
The IAA.
Yeah, the IAA, for example. Yes. Okay. Why the other entities will have 10 new positions? For what? You should be working in accordance to the way. It's a calculated attempt to even strangulate future government. But the right way to do it, by now, I believe if President Boyka has submitted a bill to repeal some of these positions, though the law may not be retroactive, okay, it may not benefit this government immediately, but succeeding government, had they agreed, okay, all of these things you're talking about 10 new position, most of the position besides the integrous position, most of the other entities. But now President Boyka will have free hand to say LTA, okay, you're going. For example, NAFA, you are leaving. But they condemn it. And then for the same president to come and act upon what they condemn, it's a contradiction. Gross disrespect for the rule of law. These are the things that we're running through in the country and we are witnessing with our naked eyes. What will generation be behind us? What are they learning? They're learning chaos. For example, Julius, no government for 19 years since President Sirleaf got inducted into office or elected. In 1 year time, we have had a number of mysterious death, unexplained death, extrajudicial killing.
Wait, what is the evidence?
The evidence? The number of deaths in the country. Okay? We could catalog that. I can send you the entire list. I have a whole listing of that. Okay? Every time people die, we take down a record on that. The number of persons, the number of fire victims, for example, burning, that just speak like Liberian people, the number of homes that got burned in 1 year. You can compare it to no administration for 19 years, 1 year. I'm talking about 1 year. I'm not talking about the entire 12 years of United Party or CDC, entire 6 years. I'm just talking about in the period of 1 year. It's a concern. It's a major concern. Even the Capitol building they're talking about arson attack, though there's no established fact. These are all allegations. Do you know that Honorable Speaker Ellis Tyler, the library of the Capitol building, got burned because of electrical fault?
It was confirmed by the head of that place.
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you that's something that I know, okay? Because I was a lawmaker when it happened. Not only that, they recently there were electrical problem.
Yeah.
Even the executive mansion, people were taking off their jobs because they said the executive mansion got were fired now 2006, if I'm not mistaken, or 7. Okay, when President said it, no, 2006 or 7?
2006.
July 26, right? Yeah, it was July program. It was July program. The Ghanaian president was here, but there was a president that was here that day. I think it was the July 26 celebration, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody could correct me on that. Okay, they said Demati Kone visited the executive mansion. All of those things, accusations were being levied. People were dismissed or suspended from their jobs. At the end of the day, the expert scheme and they identified that it was electrical fault. Today, for the police director to be definitive without any fire expert analysis, he's not an expert in the area. To be definitive and say it's an arson attack, the president say holy guns point the baby. You know, these are all subjective conclusion. And at the end of the day, they have to prove it. That's why Tom is being tortured today. As I speak to you now.
Allegedly. No, those are allegations.
You can say alleged. I take responsibility for my statement, Julius. Tom has been tortured. Tom was tortured psychologically and mentally.
What is the evidence?
The evidence is clear. Tom spoke. You think the recording that going around is not Tom's statement?
Well,
Tom
I don't know
that,
his voice. I don't know him personally, so that's why I've not been able to play
because
it because I cannot independently verify that.
No,
he's the one talking.
I agree with you. I agree with you. You're a media man, but I know Tom very well. As I speak to you now, they are telling Tom to denounce the recording, to serve as state witness. They were compensating. Tom said some terrible things. That's Tom's voice. You can do voice verification. 100% of Tom's voice. There's no argument about that. Children will live in a scientific war. If somebody fake their voice, you can know it scientifically. Okay, we live in a scientific war. Tom, as I speak to you, just imagine the guys been beyond bad. They didn't charge them.
So apart from Tom, are there others?
The 3 other persons. They had 3 other persons before they call in for Tom. First, Tom was arrested on the 18th, and then he was later on released. And then last Thursday, that was Monday, they called his lawyer to bring him back. So Tom wasn't well. So the lawyer said, okay, we'll bring him, but can you give all this time? He said, yes. That's how they brought Tom on Thursday. Okay? Since Thursday, Tom is still beyond bars. The other 3 persons been beyond bars for a very long time, over 2 weeks. All Tom saying is the reality. You know, I'm a victim of physical.
So what is the fate of the other people? What is the lawyer saying? And who are they? Do you know them?
Yeah, I know one. When I say no, like, have I interacted with? Yeah, I've interacted with one of them. I know the other people, but I interacted with one of them. Yeah, they are Liberians. Nobody can stop me from interacting with who I want to talk to. Nobody can stop me. Okay, do I know them? Yes, but I know Tom. I do know Tom very well. Tom is a very humble kid, very humble young man. Tom worked in the Capitol building when I was a lawmaker with the deputy speaker. Yeah, he been with deputy speaker when deputy speaker Fanatikofa before. Okay, even up to now he works in the office. He goes like he takes care of the office every morning. You know the guys who go and take care of the office, like sweep it, pack everything whatsoever.
Or they are cleaning.
Yeah, all of those things, and they set up the office. It's a regular thing. Like I had a guy in my office. Similarly, before we go to the office, he's the first. In fact, he keeps the key. He opens the office door as early as 7 o'clock in the morning and makes sure that water and everything in the office is set up and all of those things. So we have people like that, and they are on our payroll officially through the government of the Republic of Liberia. They pay them. It's pathetic. That is not Tom that I know. He was broken down this way. Tom made some startling revelation about butt naked, about normal. You know, these are the things the Americans raised once upon a time against the CDC. You remember that? Talking about the issue of ex-combatant. Okay, you remember they raised that issue about ex-combatant?
And what did he say about them?
Oh, Tom was very clear. Tom said that, in fact, he said he got sick because he was on the ground. He had 2+ malaria because they said they brought in a nurse to treat him. And the result was 2+ malaria. Okay? He said that they asked him to serve as a state witness, and he will work with the NSA covertly. And like General Botnick is getting 3,000 and some odd others. Zopon Normal is also getting 2,000 and some odd others. So he can also serve in this capacity. He may not get the same amount of money, but they will pay him for this thing. And like he admitted, he even admitted how they brought him in the night, okay, to the Capitol building, carrying him around, even told him to say that he bought gas and give it to so and so person. Do you know that on the recording that they even told Tom, according to Tom, that Janga Ko and Tom had communicated to meet to Fanatikofa House, the chairman of the CDC, and Abu Bana Kamara, that they were even going to meet at the Invincible Park there. It's a public record. Okay? Why do you want to indict people? You want to go after Fanatikofa? You can go after him. Let the lawmakers go. He's in court already. But why the innocent child? Okay? Even the other innocent girl who worked in the office of Fanatikofa or Grace, listen to the recording. What Grace got to do with fire business? What Grace want to back your ass to harm someone? Can you imagine that? This is very unfair. This is very unfair. And Tom lawyers raised the issue of torture. Julius, have you seen the judge statement? Okay, they raised the issue of torture, and it's a great issue. Okay, once the lawyer raised the issue of torture, The judge of Criminal Code B was very clear. He said that on these grounds, they are going to release Tom to his lawyer and his family so that they can take him to the hospital and they can come back with the evidence. Right by then, when they released Tom to his lawyer and his family, there was another raid. From who? From the magisterial court. The information we got from the magisterial court, okay, the Senate court, is dangerous. You know that they're working according to the way and pleasure of the president. You know the president can replace them after every 4 years, right? He's not a member of the circuit court judge. Okay, not at the Supreme Court level. Okay? The justice minister, the legal advisor to the president, I take responsibility. Call the man, threaten the man to issue the writ. Why Tom will honor the court jurisdiction, the jurisdiction of the court. The police took Tom forcefully and said they were carrying to the hospital, that how he handle people, that how they can handle their children. Okay? And this is dangerous. Because these things will come back to haunt these people. I never expected these things from Gregory Como. For the NSA, it's not a strange thing. Especially with Mark Ambler, who lied on the CDC that sedition shot November 7th, that how the police responded. He's a deputy for the NSA. I'm not shocked about Mark Ambler lying. It's not strange. For me, it's not strange. Somebody in the custody of the police. You come for the person by 11 o'clock and the police saying they send the NSA king to profile him. So the police does not have the capacity to profile an individual. With all his lawyer, you beat him to make a statement. At every point in
allegedly.
You saying allegedly. I say I take responsibility for my statement. I don't run away from what I say, Julius. At every point in time, Tom, he didn't wait for his right. Why they didn't call the lawyer? Why didn't consult the lawyer? In fact, when the NSA came, 4 body men, Tom called his lawyer. He said, 4 people have come for me. It's believed to be from the NSA to carry me. At 11 in the night, they took Tom, tie his face, and carry him to an unknown destination. Listen to the recording. Okay? Do you know the NSA have they call safekeeping room somewhere in Batara? Are you not aware they have another area in Bomi? Are you aware of that? Yeah, the NSA has those errors. Okay? Tom made some staggering revelation, which is dangerous for the fire march of our country. At this critical juncture, we're still talking about torturing. It's a violation of your human rights.
Okay.
And nobody, the human rights groups are not talking about this. Okay? You will be shocked. I'm disappointed in the U.S. Embassy and that of the EU.
Why? Why is it
because the CDC government, they were very robust. All of these things, they were issuing press statement every day. I'm disappointed in them. I can say it publicly. I'm not running away from that. Well, I expect them
before they can speak. There is usually evidence that they must have. Recently, they spoke on the issue of the protests and the reaction of the police. And
that was
all
a
of that
lukewarm statement for me.
Because of the evidence that they have. They will not just speak on hearsay. Or
let me tell you this.
Someone makes an accusation.
Let me tell you this. The evidence is clear that Tom, 48 hours on our Constitution 21F, elapsed. 48 hours you can be in police custody and you must be taken to court. Tom will finally pick up on Thursday. That time frame elapsed. There's no debate. The judge, there was a writ demanding to have the living body of Tom. The police violated that. They said someone passed away, we will come back Monday. After 48 hours, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, they said they were coming back. There's a public violation. My issue here is very clear, and I can mention my voice. Okay? When the United States government has spent a lot of money in building our democracy, in trying to keep the stability and peace, ECOWAS has spent a lot of money in this country, the EU and the rest of the people. When this country is degenerating into chaos, and the nation, the rule of law is violated, a frequent violation, not just a removal or speak out. We spoke about the issue of turning position, for example. All of flagrant violation, police brutality, extrajudicial killing. In fact, Julius, I remember one time when the King George incident occurred, I remember, I think that's you. Your own age said these are some of the things that the people can list as extrajudicial killing. Okay? These are the things we're talking about. They must speak up. This country is retrogressing into chaos. People are taking the laws in their own hand. Mob justice is on the increase in our country. In 1 year time, mob justice is on the increase. Every day you wake up, one horse born, or someone take his life, or people die in police custody.
There are those accusing your party that some elements in your party may be carrying out some of these things to make it appear like the country is ungovernable.
For people to die, that make it appear someone in police custody is alleged, not alleged, in police custody or in what the place name? Lofa. They say the man hanging said, where he got the rope from? In police custody. He didn't use a strap, so he didn't use a shirt.
They say he used shirt. The picture show him with his shirt.
Hey, nigga. The shirt on the man, and he said, picture showing Julius, we got to stop. All of these things, I'm telling you, look, let me tell you, now my responsibility, we can't clap for Joseph Bogago, man. I don't have a responsibility. I'm not paid for that. I'm not information minister. When these things happen in a country, we'll speak against it. I'm not exaggerating. I'm saying,
but it is about answering the questions and saying what is right, what the truth is.
But the truth is the truth.
It's sometimes about being objective.
Julius, the truth is that the level of homes that have been born in this country in 1 year, they are uncountable.
Who is responsible?
That's the truth. The truth is that there have been mysterious death. Almost every week you wake up, someone dies. People get killed. Whether the Bannersville Junction or throughout the country, a lot of mysterious, unexplained death. The police have been able to do nothing in terms of trying to allay the fear of the population. Okay? When these things happen and you want to blame opposition to say, oh, they're writing on Facebook, I was surprised that Conor Gregory Coleman would say, oh, you know, people trying to create the situation at to say Liberia is on. Yes, we are unsafe. Liberia is suffering from insecurity. It's not a debate. Just in front of Gregory Coleman area, 8th Street, where he lives. They shot a guy for his motorbike. Or Chun stole from Gregory Coleman house. Right here on 8th Street, between 9 and 8th Street there. Okay? Then you telling me that if someone wrote on Facebook and insinuating that the country is unsafe, you arrest them. You think that the kind of country we're running here? That is somebody expressed. And I know people died. People got killed. Police shot people. And you want to tell me that I cannot say that? I know homes are being burned. Okay? There's the fire service there. The poster of it or not. What a report. What the cause. Then someone said, let's take the people off the street. Now, the gas sellers off the street. My question here is that, look, I'm not against safety measures. Don't get me wrong. But the police has not been able to establish, or the fire service, or comprehensive report on the cause of the numbers of homes that are gutted with fire. They've not been able to establish that. Whether it's a result of electricity, whether it's a result of arson attack, whether that candle lights, okay, or maybe lantern being used in the house, whether that gas. They have not been able to establish, and yet Jumbo said people don't have joy. He said, we'll take them off the street. We'll take all the motorbike people off the street. We'll take the other person off the street. And not just that. But you don't know that the increasing taxes in terms of transportation. They're gone $3, $6, $9, and $12. $12 on the trucks. Extra $12 on the trucks. The buses are $9. The smaller vehicles, the private vehicles, $3, the other one $6. The Ministry of Transport has added that. That's the hardship. When people talk to people, Julius, talk to people. Take your microphone out there. Okay, talk to people. People are suffering. Well, the expectation of Liberian people of Mammoth, people are suffering. The guys are doing nothing strange.
But you yourself wrote days ago about the opposition.
Yeah,
but do you think
you ain't gotta do that? Opposition suffering the people. I mean the
question. But do you think
the
opposition is playing the role it is supposed to play so far?
For me, I want to be blunt with you. All right, I'm from the mighty Congress for Democratic Change. My blood, my tears, my sweat, everything rating within the CDC. The CDC has to step up our game. the opposition, the combined opposition community will have to step up their game.
When you say step up the game,
probably because I take for example, President Weah, I peacefully transition a margin of 15,000-20,000 in that range. Okay, look, let's protect the peace and stability. Let us give them 1 year maybe to settle down. If you saw my statement, it's just after like 1 year. Okay, and I said the opposition will have to now muster the courage to save the country. This country has to be rescued from the quote-unquote rescuers. It has to be. So the opposition will have to be very robust. And my responsibility, I'm not mentioning my words. I've been very clear. Probably, Julius, you don't know. I've said this privately, and I will say this publicly again, and I wrote on my page. The CDC has to lead the opposition community. The CDC has to be a revolutionary party. The CDC has to be robust. The CDC has the capacity to checkmate this government. And the party must do that. I believe that if the CDC will even boast of just 5 lawmakers who believe in the hope, vision, and aspiration of the party and the reasons for which they were elected, the CDC must be with lawmakers. And those who don't believe, let them go. Pack their low and go. Because the House of Representatives and the Liberian Senate should be the panacea with their oversight responsibility, for example. Making the executive branch of government, for example, they must be that panacea. Once they fail to do that.
Is the CDC not handicapped by the fact that it just left power with a whole lot of excesses accused upon it as well? And that, of course, makes it difficult for it to speak. Or once it speaks, people point to the excesses. No,
let me just say this to you. The CDC as a party, in my opinion, I can understand after elections there will be a cool-off period. There's no debate about that. Even after the Unity Party was defeated, it took splinter groups to reinvigorate the Unity Party. You remember that very well. You had different civil society group or advocacy groups and all of those things to reinvigorate. Every party will go through its own transition or through its own recovery period. I believe that it's over with. The CDC has been very much magnanimous with the Unity Party-led administration in terms of allowing it to go ahead, get your government set, and now after 1 year, the honeymoon period is over. For this government, the honeymoon period is over. The CDC, in my mind, and the opposition community must employ every constitutional means to check this government. Every constitutional means necessary to check this government must be done. It's very important. The hope of the Liberian people now reside within the hands of the opposition community. The hope of the people. We can't have people.
Some of them, a whole lot of people are disillusioned with politics. They think all of you, they paint all of you with the same paintbrush. A CDC came. They didn't do anything massively different. The party comes back. The issues are still around. You all are making the Liberian people to lose confidence in politics.
No, I don't think so. The Liberian people are very hopeful about the return of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change.
Those are the supporters of Mr. Weah and the CDC, not the Liberian
people. Excuse me now. When you say Liberian people, they are Liberian people. You just spoke about Liberian people here. Myself, a Liberian man. And you say Liberian people getting disappointed, so you tell me from there. Yeah, no, I know how you're speaking. The Liberian people represent a part of a whole. I understand that. Okay, just trying to pull your legs a little bit. But the fact of the matter here is that I don't think the people, they are hoping for the emergence of a robust CDC. That's what I see. The belief. If you know, I don't want to talk about other news agencies on your storm, but listen to the views of the people out there. Comparing CDC 1 year to Unity Party 1 year. Get out there. Forget about the regular callers because people pay people to call most of the time. Get out there, Julius. In fact, your station is one of the most independent and credible stations that I know, in my view. Okay? So get out there and talk to the people. The results will be the same. This government has become rapidly unpopular in 1 year time with the Liberian people. And the reasons are innumerable why. The government is a splintered coalition government. Everyone has their own set with MOU in one corner. Nyomli Kanga and Dara Delon, they're on one side. They get their own. Prince Moy get his own group on one side. the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Cohn, and Thomas Farah, then they got one other group on the other side. Joseph Boyka get his Kofi Woods, and the other people got one then on another side. Okay, the system is divided. And sorry that, I mean, God, for me, maybe all the prejudice, but I naturally like God for him.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, God, I saw the struggle that he went through from the University of Liberia as a struggling child. Okay, I mean, I was 2 years below him. Okay, at the University of Liberia, I saw him. He fought. Maybe if he had greater opportunity to go to other schools at that point in time, God is a genius. But the fact of the matter, he will underperform.
Why do you think so?
The guys are not ready. Trust me, one man can do it. And when I listened to God for the last time, you know, sometimes he want to be very balanced and objective. I listened to him, he said, when he was interviewed on Prime, he admitted that the MCC scorecard, that the CDC did some things, and they laid the foundation. Unfortunately, we're not there at this point in time to get the glory, okay, but they built upon that. And fair enough, the guys on the Unity Party got so upset because they ran with a nasty propaganda. And what will get Gaff then hard time because the imagination, see double jara. Double jara, for example, saying something that the Ministry of Finance is looking at another thing. Why do you think they sent a recast budget? Why do you think there was a recast budget? They had an ambitious budget before Gaffon became minister. And they could not raise the amount of money. In August, they submitted a recast budget. Double Jara is boasting about the recast budget that they met the target. We're talking about the actual budget. You didn't meet the target. You didn't meet the target. You have nothing less than $31 to $35 million shortfall. And at this point in time, make no mistake, as of January 1 of each year, revenues that are collected will not reflect the past year. It will reflect the new year. A new account is open for that fiscal year. The fiscal year begins January 1st and ends the 31st of December. So and 10 million they say they're reconciling or they get debt outstanding, they will still collect it. It will never go to the past budget of 2024. The reason why there's a grace period of the 90 days under the PFM law, that grace period, for example, there were checks that were put in, for example, maybe your institution put in a check, the government owe you some money and they had a check, and then the budget year elapsed, maybe in December 31st. So that 3 months grace period, they could say, okay, okay, FM check, well, yeah, I think we can give them the money. So that the essence of that grace period for expenditure and other stuff, the essence is not to collect the revenue for that fiscal year and put it back to the next 2024 year. So there's a shortfall. By December 27, when the LRA issued their performance report, there was a budget shortfall of almost $35 million from domestic revenue. So from December 27 to the 31st, that 4 days, you want to tell me, say they collected $35 million? It's not possible. You know, nobody should mislead people here.
Now, so
nobody should fool people here. So the economy, like Darius DeLong said, CDC time were in the toilet. Now, my man. That the car picking the toilet or to go pull it somewhere, maybe that fertilizer they want face now. To fertilize the economy somewhere away. But that economy there now that the people chuck them taking
no, it's okay. Let us avoid
those. Don't say avoid. I just want to tell you.
So let us avoid those words.
People understand what the
so we understand that one. It is okay. You should not be labeled. You should not be labeled at that point. There will be some people eating now that are listening and all those kinds of things. You have to take them into consideration. Now, talking about him, he recently apologized to President Weah because, according to him, he was one of those who critiqued the former president on the usage of private jet. And he feels now that knowing why it is necessary now, he feels it's important to extend an apology.
No, I will tell you this, you know, and to be frank with you.
What do you make of that?
You know, let me tell you something today. In life, your own guilt can make you confess. At a point in time, the shame can be too much. You can't keep defending your child. The shame can be too much. The child can steal. You know the child stealing. So you won't try to sugarcoat it. It will be one day. It will be. You will say the worst, because believe me, before
Was it an honorable thing to do?
Before the senator became a senator, he traveled President Sadi 1 or 2 times. President Sadi also used private jet at a point in time. But the media was not like that anyway, being very critical. She made a lot of travels. There were times that her friends sent a jet for her. Okay? For a certain senator who was a senator even under we administration, your level of thinking is very high now. Not to understand. And he said, what they not understand it by then. It's an insult to your intellectual capacity. It's a serious insult to your thinking capacity. You can't sit in the presence of a Nigerian senator, a Ghanaian senator, for those who represent people at the international level, head of delegation for the legislature. You can't say that. You will take you to be a joker. For you to say, oh, I never knew. Okay, I must apologize. But that now I know. That now you know. That now you know. They don't start working in government as far as or chancellor time. We used to work with the Solicitor General. I think TC right? Yeah, TC All of those things. It's not now. They did not come to power as a novice. Though as a senator, the man was chief of office staff in the office of a speaker. He traveled with Edwin Snow. He sat on the table with other people, international people. For the senator to say that, that's not the first time. They don't say he made machine. The man rode business class.
But is it not honorable to realize you're wrong?
It's not honorable. Let me tell you what happened here. It's not honorable. I don't hate Senator Delon. Senator Delon is a schemer. The Unity Party or the government, they are so divided. They are in clique. You heard me talking about different clique. He's finding a way. It's an exit strategy. Trying to pass sympathy outside there. It's not the kind of people we should be defending.
Does former president, we are not a private jet.
President we doesn't own a private, but you know, Julius to own private jet. You know what you're talking about. President we doesn't own a private jet. Okay, he doesn't own a private jet.
But he is usually seen using still a particular private jet.
Different ones, not just. I think he used one many times, but different ones. Okay, this is not an argument. Different ones.
So he rents them.
Let me say this to you, President. We has friends. Julius, people keep making mistakes. There are a lot of mistakes people making. This man, word of politics. President, we have been a star, dealing with billionaires, multi-millionaires himself. Lot of people, lot of goodwill. When you remember when the VIP was not offered to President Weah here, you remember I think last year, in Ghana. Did you see where he sat? That's in the chair of the Ghanaian president. The former Ghanaian president, you saw the flag? Mm-hmm. That the president chair there. As former president, the then president of Ghana gave him the chair to sit in. We don't respect our leaders here. We don't respect people in this country. President Weah is exceptional. Besides being president, I don't know whether you traveled with him before. President Weah is just exceptional and blessed. It's not a debate. I don't want to go into that debate. President Boyka doesn't know anyone outside of Liberia internationally. Vice President Jeremiah Kun doesn't know anyone. He was only sitting here making money. You heard the man yesterday, he said he was just thinking about making money and leave the legislature. And the late Senator Johnson came and said, I will make you a standard bearer of the party. He said that yesterday, he was just thinking about making money domestically and going to China and buying materials from China and bringing them, open one store on ELWA Road there. That's the thing he was involved into. He built no international relationship that rapprochement. Both of them, that's why the country is suffering. They don't have a friend that they can walk home and call. They're not building relationship with people. But it's like you building relationship, you should have had that relationship long time. I see him flying to Ghana most of the time, they use that flight. Even meters, them meters or B mountain that they criticize. Under the administration that they plane that B mountain Tamon plane that carry President Boyka to Vonjema. I mean, what they play in Babolo? Lofa County. The Babolo really.
No, Lofa.
Lofa, yeah, Lofa, but I think Vonjema they land or
4 years.
4 years somewhere. That they plane that can carry our goal. That the flight that the president got in. That kind of risky thing you're talking about. President Weah doesn't own no plane. Okay, you heard Senator Dillon saying there's a need for us to even buy a presidential flight. Tubman had about a yash. There was a same debate about port. Had a debate with Tubman. Tubman replied about port. I think on the issue of the yash.
Yeah.
And he brought a yash. Because to get to rural Liberia, by the sea, you need a presidential maybe boat. So that's why he bought the yash. You know, President Weah bought a plane in this country, probably are going to overthrow him. Probably they are going to overthrow him. So everything they criticize, they are doing twice what they criticize, everything that they criticize.
Well, your CDC seems to be atrophying, losing some key people. You expelled Thomas Fowler, suspended others, and all of that. It seems a whole lot of people are also going to break ranks. You could be losing numbers in places like Lofa and other places. It could affect the CDC numbers going up to 2029.
Let me say this to you. I make a comparative analysis. But yeah, I think that by 2019, the Unity Party suspended from their party about, I think, 8 senators, including Councillor Sherman, on the Kabina Jana issue. You can just Google it and say, just say Unity Party suspended.
I know that. I know that.
So today they came back to power, right? That argument for me is a faulty argument. I believe that there must be disciplinary actions against deviants, party deviants. I believe so. There's no explanation, Julius, you can give to me that CDC lawmaker will sign document to remove CDC speaker. Julius, the man is a member of the CDC, the speaker. We got a position of speaker, we got a position of deputy speaker. It's like controlling a branch of government, whether on paper, whether practical, but it's like that because the speaker is the 10th most important person in the country. Okay? And CDC people, and Father was the vice chair for operation of the CDC. He's not just a member of the caucus, but it's a party vice chair to preside over suspending CDC lawmakers, to preside over removing the speaker that hail from the CDC and representing the country. And someone tell me say, oh, and CDC will lose number. My man, that's some of the reasons people are afraid to take decision in this country here. Because he said, man, I'm a family member. Oh, and if you do this, that's some of the problem we're facing in the country. Because people don't want to take decision. That's what I've said, and I'm very, very clear. The CDC will be reformed. The CDC will get in our process. There's no debate about that. The other aspect here is that if the CDC will have 5 lawmakers who will believe in what they were elected for, and pushing that agenda, that platform upon which they were elected, and believing in a CDC agenda for prosperity, we can have the 5 persons. Those who want to go can go. Julius, there's political party. In the Bible, they say, when going to the communion, they say, at this go, let all us come. People who started the CDC, some of them left. Not just the CDC, but other political institutions. Look at the Unity Party. President Sadi was now a member of the Unity Party. She was a member of the Liberian Action Party. By 1995 election, 97 election, okay, she joined the Unity Party, revamped the Unity Party, okay, and then later on they had a new Unity Party. So there were people who fought for the Unity Party before President Sadi. Oh, definitely. They fought for the Unity Party.
Do you think reform is needed? There are others who think that people like Koji should resign, given that he's sanctioned by the Americans and your party, is Secretary General leadership has to interact with international partners and all of that, but you are handicapped by having such people on board. What do you make of that?
No, let me say this to you. I listened to the U.S. people, yeah. They said those sanctions that Moniski is not for punishment. They said it here on record.
But they don't interact with such people. It is still a punishment.
But you hold on now. You'll be shocked when Councillor Sherman was chairman on judiciary, they interacted with him at the legislature. Yeah, the U.S. people came there, interacted with him in a meeting. Oh, yes. When you say interact, what kind of interaction you talking about? Julius.
Can Koji go to meetings at the American embassy?
Julius, in our country.
Can the American ambassador meet with him if you went to visit the leadership of the CDC?
Julius, you want to tell me the American people, they have not spoken to Magio? You want to tell me they never met Magio? They have not spoken to Magio? You want to tell me they never spoken to Koji? They last 1 year?
I don't know. Tell me.
Julius, there's no way they will say they can't speak to them. They've interacted with Koji. They've interacted with Magio. Julius, why are you doing so? Julius, we got laws on the country. We have laws in this country here. Okay? As long as the courts of Liberia have not found them guilty, they have the rights under our law to associate. To associate is a constitutional mandate. To be a member of an organization is a constitutional requirement. Okay? Even if the man is a member of your party and you deprive the man to contest because of sanction, that man can run to the Liberian court and they can instill that right to contest. There's no debate about people contest their representatives and senators. There's not a debate. Why should people be thinking about the United States government has different restrictions? Okay? You know how long Jeremiah Kunkuni go to America for? You know how long? Okay? That even road communication when they deny him. Do you know how long? They even at the point they had to put him on administrative processing. There are different restrictions. There are some people in the government that can't go to America. Some people on political asylum, the block, they asylum, the king here, they can't go to America. Okay. They can't go to America. If America has problem with the government, they will sanction the government. Individuals will have to deal with their own situation with the Americans. Whether they want to challenge it, they send their lawyers in America to challenge the sanctions and all of those things, they have that right to do so. Okay?
Okay.
The United States government will recognize the fact that they are, for me, they are our greatest ally. Okay? Any day I can support the United States of America. Any day. But can I disagree with some of their policies, or some of their programs, or some of their actions and inactions? Yes, I can disagree with that. Okay? So those who say Maggie should not, Maggie in fact like the CDC like the caucus chairman. Okay? Those who saying that this person shouldn't be or that, but you can choose for the CDC. You can choose for the CDC. Okay? But the fact of the matter here is that, look, there's the government in power, Julius. Are you satisfied with the situation in the country?
Who you asking?
I'm asking you.
No, but I should be asking you. I'm the interviewer.
Okay, I'm not satisfied. Take for example, the men call from public where men are called. Under this government, the first 1 year, they have not initiated a road construction that they have concluded on their own. Like the Doe community, for example. You think the people that are on the street talking about the suffering that joke?
Okay. His name is Akaros Great, former representative. Monserrato County District number 8. Let's take some calls. 777-700-995, 555. I hope the lines are better now. Well, who said I want? The last time. In fact, thank you for. In fact, thanks. Let me go to Emmanuel Bala first. Let me call my Bon County correspondent to tell us what the score is. I am the controller of the show. Your microphone, your microphone is off. Let me speak with Emmanuel Bala first to give us updates on the Maryland County game. How is it going now? We know Bong dealt with bombing 3. That group is going to be interesting on the last day. Let's see. Let us speak with Emmanuel. Welcome. What is the score so far? Maryland, Grand Bassa.
Well, your Maryland County is up 1 goal against Grand Bassa. That goal came in the first half. A very wonderful cross was made, and the goalkeeper came out, but he was beaten by the striker who just tipped it. And as it stands, that is the score now.
Are we now in the second half? Do you know how long the second half has gone for?
Well, it has gone over 20 minutes now. So that that shows that we drawing close to the end of this game.
Sometimes stay there, but let the second half go fast.
Julius, if this game ends like this, it means that this group is going to be very tough. It means that Maryland is going to be topping this group because they drew their first game with bombing 0-0. So if they beat Bassa, meaning they would have had 4 points. Then Bond County will be second, 3 points, because they outscored bombing 3-0, even though they conceded 1 goal from Bassa. Bassa will also have 3 points but no goal, and bombing will have 1 point. So it's going to be a tough game.
That will be
Then the game between Bond and Maryland will be a decider.
Yeah,
so
sure, certainly.
It's going to be a very tough zone if the game ends as it is.
Thanks so kindly, Emmanuel Bala, for giving us the update there. Maryland, do your best. Beat those Basilians. Beat them. Put one more there. Make it 2. 777-700-995. 555-995-995. Beat the Lancel in Bassa. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Julius, this is Da Plateau, and I call from District 10.
Go ahead, Da Plateau.
I want to quickly say a very big thank you and congratulations to the General in Studio, Honorable Bree. He continued to be a voice in the wilderness, and I want to say to him, Da Plateau recognizes you from the distance. Look, let me tell you, Julius, yesterday you tried to bend and defend all kind of with the confession of Senator Delon.
You said bend and defend?
Yeah, that's what you are doing yesterday.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Julius, Senator Delon is a glorified Keziah.
What's the meaning of glorified Keziah?
A glorified Keziah is a promiscuous liar, a co-artist with a degree. That is what Delon is. There is nothing apologetic. There's nothing honorable. There's nothing dignifying about his admission, his confession. He is confessing because he has no other alternative than to say what he said yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Okay.
Let me tell you, he is somebody who will forever continue to say something. Should we continue to sing that grace may abound? That people that they don't need to answer it.
Thanks so kindly.
Thanks. Coming for him.
Thanks so kindly. Let's go international. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Julius, and good afternoon, Honorable Gray. If the Vice President wife can make more daily allowance than the Chief Justice, then the country will alleviate too fine. Honorable Gray, you know.
So the thing that I discussed ever since, and when you bring it on, yeah.
No, I coming to Honorable Gray now.
Yeah, but travel ordinance, I travel ever since I even bring back.
Vice President, you said the Vice President wife making more than the Chief Justice daily travel allowance. That's unfortunate. I want to address Honorable Gray. I was just passing through, Julius. Honorable Gray, you know, we from the opposition, you know, I'm from the National Patriotic Party. Of course, I've been banned by the Senator Bond. He took me from the chat room. Because
leave that thing. The time going. Your time coming from the other thing you want to talk.
Honorable Gray, you know, the opposition, I think we are getting useless in Liberia. We are getting useless, most especially the NPP and the CDC. Because it's unimaginable that 12 solid months, we gave Joseph Boakai free chance to ride. And we pledged an initial pledge of $2,000 United States for any popular uprising to democratically install peace and stability in our country.
What do you mean? What you mean by that one? What do you mean by that?
To make a popular uprising to make sure democracy is restored in Liberia.
How now? When you say no, we got to understand what you mean by popular uprising to restore democracy. Because democracy is, we are operating.
To force the government to respect the rule of law in Liberia.
Okay.
People have been killed, Julius. People are dying, and the government is doing nothing. They are torturing people.
Thanks so kindly.
Initial contribution I will make for that.
Mama, send me that money. Let it be empowering me to be able to speak to the issues. It can also help to restore democracy.
I'm on record. The first initial pay will be $2,000. I will
no, leader, but what I'm saying, send the $2,000 to me because I'm a voice of democracy. No, you going on about Frank Gibson.
Yeah.
Do you believe I have been speaking tough to restore democracy and make sure, in fact, that democracy continues? Do you agree?
I believe that. That's why even when Koga threatened you.
Yeah, good. So can you send me that 2,000? Yeah. Can you send me the 2,000? So no, leave that one. Yeah. No, you're not. Frank Gibson, you're not running away from him. Yeah. Frank Gibson.
I'm not running away, Julius.
Frank Gibson.
I'm not running away.
So can you send me the $2,000 to empower me? That's my issue, Nana.
To group. That would be my initial stage.
Yeah, but send me the $2,000. Yeah, now send me the $2,000 for it.
But you're not an opposition man now.
Yeah, but other toys. The Anthony escaping. My man see you, man. My man see you, man. Send a 2G. Send a 2G.
I'm very serious about that.
Okay, thanks so kindly. We see. For you to send a 2G, you can't tell, but you're not opposition. Welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Thank you. My good friend and brother Julius. This is it.
Go ahead.
Let me commend you always that the job that you do for us as a country. And let me say hi to Honorable Gray. You know, I was just sitting quietly when you said that Honorable Gray was appearing on your show. It gave me a spirit to listen to your show this afternoon or this evening. Look, I always say this to you people, we need to be serious in this country. We really need to be serious with Julius. The lot of trouble is going in this country. Just in a short period of time, the way they portray this man in this country to say he the Messiah, that he have for the some more experience. And some of all that coming from Lofa, when we said that we're not supporting them because we know that he able to manage a own village that he come from. Now forget about all the other years. That will just take the 12 years under Madame Seri. He was getting paid. We are not saying he's responsible to pay road from Lofa, but at least the pay that he was getting. What is the benefit that we the Lofian get from Joseph Walker or the president? Let me put it that way. Even one classroom, the village that make you to even spend some of your salary that you take it to pay one classroom there to impart knowledge in people's children. Where it is, then people say he will rescue all in this country. We told you people that mess you're trying to put all in. But when we were talking, they say, oh, because from the CDC angle. And now you are seeing what is going on. We are not praying for the government to fall. I always say this. We that have children and we have other people's children who want for their future to be bright, we will never pray for government to fall.
Okay.
But if you know that you put somebody that is able to manage anything, you should know that trouble we're heading for. And now I just want to say this to Honorable Gray. You all need to double up. We are losing. We need to calibrate to come back with force. And the force enough for troublemaking to put the government feet to fire.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks so kindly as well for your call. Let's go to the public lines right here. Let's try this one. Who's here? Welcome. Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from? I don't know why you're sounding low. Hello? 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 I don't know. This line is sounding very low. I know they're here. Hello? Try again. No, this one doesn't look good. Let's come on this side. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good evening, Julius.
Yes, go ahead quickly.
Let me say good evening to former Representative Gray. This is Godwin Weah Jr. I'm Johnny from the car with build. Well, Julius, I tuned in a bit late. So
that one is not important to me. When you tune in, when you're not tuning in, that's my business. So go ahead.
So let me speak to what I heard, especially with the private jet issue and that of Senator Dillon's I call apologies to President Weah. For us in the Unity Party, we hold absolutely no apologies to anyone for anything, including the government of the Unity Party. We owe nobody any apology. We stand by our statement. We stand by what we said in the past, that this president used 30 million of our money to buy that private jet and using today, up to date.
What is it? What is the evidence?
Julius?
Yeah?
You myself were in the country when the president said he fled from Burkina Faso gave him that plane to be riding and be paying. Maybe he didn't get that part of it. But he was paying towards that 30 million.
What is the evidence? You have been working in government. Your government is now in power. It should be very easy to pull out the documentation for former president. We are buying a private jet. It should be easy.
Julius, the former president continued to use that private jet like him. But I know y'all mean you say evidence. I can say evidence right now.
But how you be saying something that you get evidence for?
I will send it to your WhatsApp and show the number is on WhatsApp. I will send the document. But let me agree with Honorable Gray.
But when?
I'll drop the line. Let me agree with Honorable Gray. Let me agree with Honorable Gray when he said, you know, something Senator Dillon does not mean what he said. He found an escape route. For us in the United Party, we are aware that Senator Dillon and his Liberty Party people, they are having meeting. I mean, they're thinking that they can come and, you know, take over government or so. That we are aware.
Okay.
He said it on your show, and on your show, he apologized. So we know that. So, I mean, I don't call it Senator Dillon can apologize for even beating for the time we in 2029.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Okay, thanks so kindly. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Okay, I'm calling in my capacity as private citizen.
What is your name?
My name is V. Marshall Sambola. So, Honorable Gray, that's my kingsman, you know, but let him just create his own radio stations and talk from morning to night.
No, that one should not concern you.
We are moving on. Julius, we are moving
but that one should not concern you. Whether he
We're not going to listen to that. Look, we know this is the time for Akaras Gray to be jumping from radio to station and be talking tabata. We're going on.
No, Marshall, I can't allow you to say that to the guests. The same way, if I was here, as an assistant minister, I won't allow you for people to say that. This why it says a white Land Rover Jeep with no license plate has gone to Zone 1 police depot at the Bourgeois Island to pick Tom. The car is parked there now. Well, okay, this message was sent minutes ago. I'm being told that Grand Bazaar has equalized. Grand Bazaar, they have equalized, my people. I'm seeing a whole lot of calls coming, but I have to go back to our guests to wrap up. Let me squeeze you in for 30 seconds. Welcome, let's hear you.
Thank you, Julius. My name is Mamesi Kaba, and I want to say good evening to the general in studio. Julia, was there an assistant minister that just called and dropped the line? Julius?
I've been talking why you want me asking me to answer?
No, I want to know because it's just unfortunate. These are people who said, President, we are in power on educated people. But these are the proclaimed educated people sounding like they never even sat in class.
No, it's okay. I leave that one now. No, I talked about the issue.
Insensitivity. It's a level of insensitivity to say that people should speak. They don't care. They are moving on. It cannot be a statement from a government official. He needs to understand that Liberia is not his birthright. The people he's governing now include seditions, Unity Party partisans, and other people. He has a responsibility to provide the basic necessity for Liberians.
Okay, thanks so kindly. We'll hold you that. Let's squeeze this person in for 30 seconds quickly.
Thank you, Julius D. Eric here. Thank you for squeezing me in. I just want to say thank you to Honorable Gray. He's tracked all of the issues.
Maryland has scored again 2-1. Okay. Anything that happened with that game, anybody talking inside, I will jump inside. I feel like y'all.
No, Julius, 2-1.
Maryland leading again, but you can go ahead quickly. 30 seconds.
Maryland all the way. No, Grand Bazaar all the way. Interestingly, I'd just like to speak to the fact that I let the Unity Party people take the microphone to the people down Waterside, Red Line, and Douala. They are the one that making the decision on the issue of Honorable Gray coming to this station. Tell the assistant minister he doesn't have to call to this station either. He too can go and form their own radio station where they can call to.
Okay, thanks so kindly. We are the ones who invite these people, and let's respect them. When we invite them to get guests, can be easy, very hard. So when people come here, you should respect them. First of all, just wake up and I hold to come talk and small thing. So when they agree to do it with us, you should respect. Yeah, that you gotta respect people doing these things. It's tough. You can't really, you can't. Okay.
Yeah, Julius. Basically, again.
Please, let me ask you this. This one says, please ask Mr. Gray to list any 3 tangibles during the CDC first year. Lastly, let Mr. Gray tell us what the CDC will do differently if they were to be given state power. Note, this JB administration will succeed. Sifas Ojuku Gamayan says that. Okay, good.
Yeah, let me just quickly state to you, Julius. I will just respond to the person legislatively. In 1 year, unlike this government, the Constitution provides for the state of the nation where the president will provide his legislative agenda and subsequently present his legislation to the legislature. In 1 year, this Unity Party-led administration has not been able to pass any landmark bill presented by Boyka. I know he reintroduced the National Tourism Act, but it's still in committee room. Under the CDC-led administration, President Weah presented and reintroduced the Land Reg Act, the Local Governance Act, and the Revised Revenue Code for the economy of the country. The Land Reg Act. Those were landmark bills supported by our international partner and the Local Governance Act that today you are using for the decentralization process of the Republic of Liberia in our first 1 year. So I'm speaking legislatively. Let them bring the people to speak on that. Do community. I don't even want to dwell on that. But let me go into what I wanted to flag, Julius.
1 minute.
Julius, I see Double Jala running around that they're doing extremely well. This has never happened in the country. When we inherited the government in 2018, domestic revenue was at $448 million. We took it by 2022 to $653 million, or $204 million difference. Today they're talking about $692 million that is questionable. That means that only $80 million difference we're discussing here. We're talking about $204 million United States difference. That's why they're running around your way. Okay? In our first 1 year, we met people who were not on payroll, health workers. We met people like teachers who were not on payroll. We incorporated them. We took doctor pay, the medical doctor now were making $800. We took it to $2,000 and some more dollars. The medical doctor they're talking about today, they have not increased anything. Okay. What we inherited from their government. Okay? I am concerned about Tom, Julius. The safety of Tom matters for me.
Okay, his name is
Akaras. So I want to say thank you very much, and I really appreciate. I want you had the time to bring one Unity Party, man.
No, we'll find time. Maybe 2 former lawmakers, one from that side.
Yeah, or just look for people at our level. That's it.
Now you will tell me what to do. Thanks
so kindly. That will decide who I want to debate with.
No, but you can't tell me what to do.
You will tell me who to debate with.
No, but I will tell you. Okay, that's it. See you. That's how we go. Hassan Belete wanted to know Nima River G. I'm being told a Drew 0-0. Maryland still leading. Grand Bassa 2-1. The land selling Grand Bassa 2-1. My name is Julius J. I am out. Tomorrow will be another day right here on the OK Conversation. I believe the news should be up next.